There we go. Hi, we are now live. Lovely to see you guys here. I am Evie, the Disaster GM, and I am very excited for today's session. Can we also, in chat and in group, say, Happy birthday, Maggie!
Happy birthday,
Happy
Maggie!
birthday, Maggie!
Yeah.
Old.
Around
You. Thank you for making
You're
me
a baby.
feel even older, you
You're a
child.
baby.
It's all right. It's all right. I have the mentality of a child, so it works. Anyway, as I was saying, I am Evie, the Disaster GM, and this is actually technically a pre-record so that Maggie can do birthday stuff, and we love them, so we accommodate them. My pronouns are she, they, or any, and I am the game runner for this fine, if disastrous, group. Let's go ahead and do our intros, and we'll start with Maggie today.
I wasn't ready. Hi,
You're
I'm
never
Maggie.
ready.
Did you say I'm never ready? You're correct. I'm never ready.
Yeah.
I am Maggie. I use they, she pronouns. You can find me on the internet at some variation of Maggie Hun or _ Maggie Hun. And I play Sybil, who is, I think, maybe the only one not having a crisis. I mean, she's asleep right now, so
Yeah,
that's
you're
not
unconscious.
a crisis. That's fine.
You're unconscious.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You're just looking directly into the future. That's fine.
Yeah. She's not having
or the past.
Into
She's
the
having
past.
a good time, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it really a crisis if it happens all the time?
Yeah,
Oh.
It's just Tuesday.
There's just a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's just
Something
your
I've been asking myself since 2020.
Oh god.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Let's also welcome Joel, who has officially moved from being guest to a regular cast member. We are so excited
We
to
kidnapped
have
him for
you
real.
on
Good
a
pirate
regular
boy.
basis now.
Good.
Yeah, you're our kidnapped pirate boy. You cannot escape us now. Ha ha.
We actually get kidnapped.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Kidnapped
Definitely.
forever.
Yeah.
Oh no! Stop it!
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to be here.
Oh, no.
For legal reasons, we are actually joking. We did not kidnap anyone. Anyway, but yes. So welcome, Joel. Would you like to introduce yourself and to tell us a little about yourself now?
I am actually currently not Joel. I am actually blonde Joel, which is like a different variation. I'm like shiny Joel. It's very rare. First time it's ever happened.
Nice.
Does not look great. Just focus on the front part. Don't look behind like here. It did not work. I use any pronouns, so anything goes. I'm good. I'm okay with it. The weirder, the better. And I played Balder, a totally not a pirate. He's a sailor who has totally been kidnapped. Oh, he uses he, him pronouns.
Okay. Sounds absolutely great. Our little, definitely not a pirate tentacle boy. Anyway, let's shift over for a moment to Excel.
Oh, hello, that's me. I don't know why I did that voice, but hi everybody. I'm Extel. That's who I am. I'm playing Jax. You know, our cool purple-eyed, blue-handed boy, who is having crisis, an existential one at that. But you know, that's neither here nor there. Still, you don't have to worry about it.
And last but certainly not least, our beloved player and character artist, Alina.
Hey everybody, I am Alina. I am they, them, and I am playing Kale, who's also they, them, and is losing their shit because they are kind of half of a dragon. It's a problem. We'll get into it.
Yeah, just a little bit. And you may notice on the screen that there have been a couple of updates to our character art as things have progressed. So you'll get a little bit bigger of a look at it during the Be Right Back section of the program, where there is the full character card on the screen. But we are very excited. Alina, as always, did an amazing job. They are also open for commissions. And I believe that at least Excel is also hireable on Play with this. Which one is it?
Start playing.
Start Playing. That's what it's called.
Custom requests any stuff. Start playing games.
Yeah, and Excel is great GM. Great GM. So definitely suggest that. But anyway, so as you might also see from the little QR code at the bottom of the screen, Altered Echo Archives is raising funds for the Lupus Foundation of America. The Lupus Foundation is a national voluntary health organization with a network of chapters, offices, and support groups located in communities throughout the U.S., all devoted to solving the mystery of lupus. Check them out online or in the link that I will be posting in chat for more information, and donate either through the QR code in the center corner of the screen or directly through their website. They also take non-monetary donations if you are so inclined. No portion of these donations go to Altered Echo Archives or any of its staff, cast, or affiliates. As a special announcement, Evie, will actually be guesting as a GM over on Just the Humans channel next month as they stream for charity. Go check out their channel for more streams like that and fun things to entertain yourself with, including the occasional chaos run in Fortnite. They are located at twitch.tv/Jess, spelled with one S, the human. And I will also be doing a shout out in chat if you are interested and so inclined. With all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and roll into focusing on today's session. Especially today, as a content warning, we at the Archives would like to remind the audience that this is an adult content rated game, with adult language, depictions of violence, possible mentions of loss or trauma, and or similar content. We do our best not to cross each other's lines, but for those watching, you have been warned. Last session, as you guys decided to retreat from whatever manhunt there might be for you, further into the underground and closer to where great many times Grandpappy's study might be, you found what had actually been the original path that your crystalline friend took down, and thus another section of the ancient deep city. Within that, you found a room with a glowing wall of faceted obsidian crystal, bleeding some sort of glistening magical liquid substance from its cracks. There was concern over what this might be, attempts to interact with it that you quite luckily at the start of failed, and then fire tossed into the liquid, which created a magical surge that affected all of you. Afterwards, there was a little bit of drama. Somebody ran off, and while your abilities had been forced out, Sybil made the choice to attempt to get a sample of the liquid while still in incorporeal form. They failed their check to maintain a steady grip on the vial with which they were attempting to get the substance, and plunged their hand into the magical liquid, having a vision of the past and their great many times grandfather using this room and this strange wall as a type of scrying glass to amplify his power and see into the future. As she turned to attempt to tell this to you, the magic overwhelmed her, and she passed the fuck out. with both Balder and Jax leaping forward to attempt to catch her again in corporeal form. And that is where we pick back up.
Ah, shit.
Yep. I'm trying to.
So as you guys jump forward to attempt to rescue your now unconscious and mostly see-through friend, I would like both of you to make intellect defense rolls from getting close to the wall and its bleeding magic.
I am trained in intellect
It,
defense.
yeah, it is a 6, so that is an 18 or better. For Jax, that brings it down to a 5.
Oh no.
Good night, Balder.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to the party.
Thank
and
you for
goodbye.
having me, everybody. It was a pleasure to join you as a main cast. I rolled a 2 on the die.
At least it wasn't a 1, because a 1 is an automatic intrusion.
I rolled a 4 on the die.
Oh, you're doing
You
great.
rolled a 4.
Everybody's doing good.
Everyone is doing
Lucky number 13.
fantastic.
We're all
Everything's
not
here.
here.
Me
So,
neither.
so as you guys jump forward, anxious, and you can feel the power emanating from this wall. You can feel the power in the room from the previous flash fire created. You jump forward and it just resonates out. Your hands brush against and then through Sybil's incorporeal body as the power just shocks through your system. Firstly, the one that rolled lower, Balder.
Yeah.
You are frozen for a moment. A hand and your tentacle partially through Sybil's arm. And you can feel...
All I heard was you were frozen, and then Sybil's
You were
arm.
frozen for a moment.
You were frozen.
Wonderful.
I thought it was a dramatic pause.
It's a long dramatic pause.
This is amazing.
Okay, yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Gotta
Hold
love my
very
internet. Gotta love my internet.
I was like, oh no.
Deeply
Yeah.
dramatic.
Deeply dramatic. So you are frozen for a moment. Your fingers and one of your tentacles partially through Sybil's arm. And you feel yourself literally frozen in place as magic radiates and echoes through her body, up your limbs, and into your heart. And you feel cold. Exceptionally cold. And in the distance, you hear a song. It's familiar. It's aching. Not quite growing pains, but it has that same sensation of something that is expanding, but it is in a painful way, like it's not ready. And it envelops you, and you can feel the rhythm of this melody echoing through every pulse and beat of your heart. There's a slight sway to it, like you're on a boat. And then you also pass the fuck out. Jax,
Don't have to read a sandstorm in the
Hello.
distance.
who rolled a 4. Both of you just rolled so badly.
I'm doing great.
Ideal. Great.
Cool.
You last like a millisecond longer than Balder, having rolled just barely better. So you see Balder also darting forward to help your friend. Like, while he might have like caused the flash fire and created some of the drama, he is still trying to help, and he jumped forward to try and catch her too. And as his limbs start to pass through her arm, you can feel your hand trying to grasp onto her shoulders as well. And then, as you do so, the power that she had been connected to erupts through her and into your body, and you are wreathed in lightning. You see a vision of the sky, of intense storms. You see eyes in the clouds watching you. They are strange and yet comforting, and then terrifying. And while you do not go unconscious, you are briefly unable to act, unable to move, and you are forced to just fall to your knees with the vision of these eyes and storm of the clouds superimposed over the obsidian glass wall as you see your lightning arc through the room and directly into both of your new friends.
It's fine.
Oh no. Fine. Everything's great.
Mm-hmm.
After a moment of experiencing this, what would you say you do?
The first thing I'll do is I'll try to. Actually, I won't even try to move first. I'm going to see, did the lightning hurt them?
You cannot tell with Sybil because she is still partially see-through. You can see that her feet are starting to disappear. So are the tips of her fingers, sort of like she is losing more of her connection with physicality as time goes by from the extremities inward. Balder has a couple of scorch marks on his jacket, but you can't quite tell if he is injured because you don't see burns.
I'll try to move after that. I'll try to stand up. Am I still crackling right now with lightning?
There's the occasional spark. Go ahead and give me a might task of 5 to attempt to stand.
Really?
That beat you up good.
Damn.
This is 3.
No, no.
You struggle. You can feel that you have some measure of control over your body back, but it feels incredibly weak. You have never felt this weak. You don't remember ever feeling this weak before. And you can't quite force your feet to get under you.
I think Jax. I'm not gonna do it because it'd be rather loud. But I think Jax is kind of like. I think he just screams like he's mad. He's angry right now. He just like yells out in anger. It's like a ah! and then a bigger one, and then a third one that's just louder. And
Okay.
he tries to punch the ground if he can.
Okay.
But he's not good.
Go ahead and do another might task, this time at a 4, so 12 or better.
All right, come on. It's a 2.
Oh
Oh my
god.
god, different dice.
That
Are you
wasn't
gonna
a-
do? Are you gonna use any of your like ciphers for a reroll or anything like that?
Oh, do we still have ciphers? I thought you only had.
Yeah,
I
you
thought we had one.
get 2 a day. Yeah, you get
Oh.
2 a day.
Oh, is it 2? I thought it was just 1.
Oh,
Yeah, it's 2 a day.
I'm
Oh,
upgrading that on my sheet.
okay, cool. I'm gonna put that down. And yes, I will use the cipher to reroll.
Okay.
Another die.
Okay.
I think I was using the wrong microphone.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh. You're very clear.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, you sound much better now.
You know, that
it's
explains a lot.
Got some
So
ASMR
good.
going on. It's good.
good
Sorry.
news. It was better.
Better.
not
Okay.
great.
Bad news. It's a 5.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, it's not happening today.
Your rolls are
She's
struggling.
alive.
So,
The dice want me to
as
stay here, I guess.
yeah, so as you are struggling to stand and you feel the echo of this power still just ricocheting through your body, you still can't quite get up. You punch the ground, and instead of really doing damage to it, it's just this flash of lightning around your fist, leaving scorch marks on the ground, but not actually even doing any of that cracking, crushing damage that you are used to.
I think there's an actual tear that falls from his eyes at this moment in time, because he's not used to this, and he's just what's going through his mind right now. It's just that like he's not feeling useful at all.
Okay. Balder, what would you say you're dreaming of right now?
The sea.
The sea.
It's probably a mixture of that feeling of I've been here before and I'm looking for someone, but I can't quite pinpoint who that someone is type of dream, where it's bordering on a nightmare, but I have the comfort of the sense of the sea, the shifting of the waves, the rocking of the boat, that kind of jazz.
Let's turn my phone off.
That's the music I keep hearing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
From the depths.
A siren call.
There we go. Okay. But yeah, so you do actually still hear this not quite familiar melody rocking with the sway of the ship as the sky becomes overcome with lightning and thunder and storms. And standing beside you is Sybil. Sybil, you go from this dream of your grandfather looking for visions, taking notes, to finding yourself on the deck of a ship. It's raining and almost slightly sprinkles. Then it gradually gets worse, and as lightning cracks through the sky, you find yourself standing next to your new, not quite friend, Balder. And there's a sense of loss and longing and searching, but you're not quite sure for what. And this is definitely not where you passed out.
Sybil, I think she's gonna like just reach a hand out in that kind of like dream way when you start to wake up and you have like a tiny bit of like agency. Like reach out and just try to like put a hand through his shoulder to see if like he's actually there.
Oh, you can touch him. Like your hand drops onto his shoulder and you feel Sybil grab hold of your shoulder, Balder.
Which one? The tentacle one or the regular one?
It goes all the way up to your shoulder? I don't know.
Yes, it does.
Damn.
It's a tentacle arm. It's like all of it.
Not a tentacle wrist.
I don't know how
Yeah.
it
Tentacle
works.
forearm.
Yeah, it could have just
One
been from the
finger.
elbow, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tentacle fingers.
Oh no, like
But no,
Not the
it's,
tentacle grippers. Ugh.
yeah, apparently
I
apparently
regret
it
saying
goes
that,
up
I'm
to
sorry.
the arm. Apparently it goes all the way up to the shoulder.
definitely
that's
the
how I
But is that the
imagined it. I
side?
don't
Is
know
that the
if it is.
side that you?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
definitely that's. I mean, it's whichever one is closest, but we'll say that that's the side.
Sorry, I wasn't. Which one?
The tentacle one.
Gotcha.
Tentacle
Gotcha.
side.
It doesn't change anything. I'm instinctively in the take. I jump into sailor mode of I'm on a ship. I have to save it. So I'm probably in the process of like trying to move.
Okay. Yeah, you can move around. This is your dream.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, this is your
gonna
dream.
start. I'm gonna start sailing.
Okay, so he moves away from where you're gripping onto his shoulder, and he's acting like just a sailor on a ship, like nothing is wrong.
There's a storm.
So
Yeah, it's a storm. Like the waves are starting to thrash. You can see lightning in the clouds and hear the echo of a faint scream of frustration, as if the thunder from the lightning.
I think she just like stands there for a second and then is just gonna like follow behind Balder. And like after a couple of seconds of just like being ignored, it's just like, great, okay, so then that goes there and then like watching. Like
Yeah, so
how-
I'm just pulling on ropes and tightening the mast and ensuring that the ship turns into the correct pattern to avoid being thrashed, and it's just full survival mode at this point. Like
Oh yeah.
anything else at this
Mhm.
point, this is his priority is not to drown, and probably that the new captain doesn't drown until they get their sea legs.
Yeah, because you are the only two that are on the boat. You're the
Can I-
only two that are on the boat.
Cool.
she's gonna like after a bit of this just go, can I help?
The mast, the wheel thing. Grab it. Make sure it does. You don't force it. Just hold on to it, and when I tell you, then move it. Go.
Okay. The wheel thing. Okay.
Is the
Yeah, it's a wheel.
yeah it is.
A wheel thing.
He's talking at I don't know. He doesn't know if you know things. It's just like wheel thing. Go grab.
Okay. Yeah, she's like very like
Go
okay.
stand at the helm and hold the wheel. Okay. So you do actually, as you take a grip on the wheel, you can feel that you have a little bit more control over the stream than you should, because the boat steadies more as you do so. And that same thunder cracking through the sky sounds like Jax's voice.
This isn't real.
No.
This isn't you know that thing when you start to wake up and you realize you're in a dream?
Yeah.
That. She's just like holding on to it, just like repeating, this isn't real. This isn't real. And after a while it's gonna really start to freak her out.
Okay. Actually, go ahead and make an intellect task of 5.
Oh my god, that's fantastic. Hold on.
Love it.
I love this so much. I love this so much. Okay, go ahead.
Look, all clothes should have kangaroo pockets.
Yes.
Hey, you're not gonna believe it.
Oh no.
Natural 20.
It's a 2.
Oh boy.
That's the theme today, I guess.
Yep.
Okay, that
I'm
was
just going to title this episode It's Too Much, with 2 being the number.
the one where they all get
Good.
suits.
Yeah.
Good.
It
Yeah.
is all too much.
Just too much. Let me in fact do that now.
That dice is in jail, don't worry.
Yep.
You know what?
You have a lot of dice that go into jail. We need to just like crowdfund you new dice. All
We can-
3 of you. All
Please
3
don't.
of you.
Please don't. I have so many dice.
I
I'm
was
moving. I
rolling.
have so many.
I rolled each roll that I did was with a different die. They
Oh
all-
my fuck. Oh my fuck.
We're kind of cursed.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
fine.
Just like that.
So you rolled a 2.
I rolled it too.
You're briefly swept up into the dream. You know that it's not real, but you find yourself moving and acting as Balder directs you to. controlling the ship through the storm. You have no idea where you are other than the fact that you're on water, because you've never been far away enough from Isenbridge to even see the ocean or a sea. But you know that this is not where you are supposed to be. This is not real. This is a dream. And you have the sense that that scream of frustration, the yells, and the lightning are Jack's somewhere where you can't reach him. Out in the real world, Jack's. After minutes, you have no idea how long, of crouching, kneeling there in frustration and pain, weakness, you do gradually build up enough strength, either from time or effort, you're not sure which, to be able to stand and move again.
When he stands up, he just he looks at Sybil and Balder and conscious on the ground, and he just he goes to try to touch them, but then he pulls his hand back. And he sort of stands there and fidgets a little bit, wondering whether or not he should try or not. And then he turns around and still walks out.
Okay. In the dream, the storm calms down. Lightning fades. The sky clears. It's a peaceful sunset. You've made it through the storm, Balder.
Good.
Still don't really know where you're going.
That way.
Balder.
Hmm.
Well,
Yes.
you can. Balder, this isn't. Something is wrong.
How so?
Balder, this isn't real. None of this is real.
No, it's real. And I show you my rope hands. Bent marks from rope.
Wait, do you have
grabbing?
two? Do you have two hands?
No, sorry, just the one.
I don't know.
This is my first time having a tentacle arm. All right, I don't know. I forget.
Okay.
I've never played a character with a tentacle arm before. I forget. All right.
Valid.
I show you my tentacle. It also has burn
Calluses.
Yeah. I've been fighting with the rose in the storm, and that shit burned.
I don't. It's not real.
Like, Balder is soaked from the storm. Sybil, knowing that it is not real, you are not.
Balder, look at me. I'm dry. I'm not. This isn't real, and something is wrong, and Jax is somewhere, and I think the storm had something to do with him, and we need to wake up, and I don't know how we do that.
How? All right. Assuming that you're right. Just bear with me here. If this is true, how do we wake up?
So that's the question I just asked.
Right.
I
But
don't know.
here's why I ask it again. Here's the thing. Assuming that this isn't our reality, there are two options available to us: freak out or not freak out. I vote for not freaking out and just waiting until the sun sets so that I can navigate us back to somewhere that may be physically there.
Navigating us, you can't navigate. Baldur, this isn't real. None of this is real,
Right,
okay?
but I have a tentacle arm. What do you want me to do about the fake reality? Even if it was one or the way or the other, I don't fucking know how to do shit except navigate and sail. So I wait for nighttime, and then hey, the stars, they're all the same all the time.
Annoying, even in dreams. And
I'm being realistic.
So, Baldur, I'm going to offer you an intrusion.
Yes.
You know sailing. You know navigating. If this is your dream, maybe the way out is literally you sailing until you reach either wakefulness or the end. Because that is your way to know how to navigate. That is your way to know how to move. So you would theoretically be absolutely certain that using your sailing skills would be able to wake you up. Yes? No?
Sure. That
Okay.
makes sense to me.
So that means that you have an experience point and one to give out.
Oh. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Sybil because I am annoying, and Sybil is gonna be stuck with me for a while in this
I'm
boat.
in hell.
Excellent. Excellent.
Okay. In that case, continue with your argument until you get to the point where you would be making rolls.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I know you find me annoying, all right? Here's the thing. Do you have a different option for us right now?
Why do you keep doing that?
Doing what? Asking questions.
No, your voice keeps changing.
It's because I'm trying not. Listen. Which one do you prefer?
The real one?
Right. Okay. Then we're fine.
Listen. This isn't real. And I know that it isn't real, which means that what is the last thing that you can remember? Okay?
The storm.
No, because that's not real. That didn't happen. We are somewhere just asleep, and I can't remember what happened. And I can't remember where we were before this.
Right.
But that means that something is wrong if I'm aware that we're sleeping. And also, do you remember the last time that I fell asleep? Something happened. Is there water in the tunnels? What? We were in the tunnels. Wait, we were in the tunnels.
Captain, may I? Just for a second.
Uh-huh.
We may not know where we are currently, but once it's nighttime, I will know where we are pretty much all the time.
Now, this seems completely normal to you, Baldur, but the sun, to you, Sybil, sets exceptionally quickly, and night overtakes you with a clear sky.
So how long would you say that took, Baldur? Just as a question.
What specifically?
Well, our conversation that we were having,
Right,
and then now it's nighttime.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm not sure because we were in the storm, which kind of clouds the sky.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
probably some measure of time that is adequate for its occurrence. Yeah.
So do you know where we are now? Sybil's just like,
Yep, I do.
great. Can you do something about it? Because I'm not having fun.
Go over there and remove that rope from it. Just let it go. It'll lower the masts. And then I take the helm and I start sailing us to where I totally know the land is.
Okay.
That way.
Sybil's just like staring out at the water like, I can think of a different way out of this, but we're not doing that.
Did you know that there's a thing that sailors used to do where they would throw a bucket of chum into the ocean? It helped with fishing.
Are we going fishing?
No, we're sailing.
Okay.
No, it's just I'm mentioning it because if you see that tent, that net over there, that's for fishing. That's like a new update. We just drop it into the sea, and it's like dredging. You know what dredging is?
No.
It basically is what we do when we want to like get treasure of the ocean. We just essentially, well, this ship doesn't have it, but we just lift the ship that's in the water up into the air, but not all the way because that would take a lot of power. But then it's safer for people to like go inside and take things.
I don't know if this is real.
No, it is.
This is all just so random to you, Sybil.
Quite literally, I cannot tell if, like, I know so personally little about sailing that I'm like, yeah, this is all dream logic, and none of it makes sense.
Oh no, those are real things.
Yeah, that's all real stuff. Yeah, this is all real stuff. This is all very, very real
just
stuff.
like, hey, we're gonna be sailing for a while. Might as well have fun.
Yeah,
and for him, fun is sailing. So.
Yeah, and like a ship of this size should not be run by two people, but still somehow it is just running super smoothly. And he is like with passive suggestions to you, whether or not you even cooperate with them, it goes on. And Boulder, can I go ahead and have you roll a task regarding sailing, which I believe you are trained in?
I am trained in sailing. Look at that.
Yes. So you are trained in sailing. So this is going to be normally a 15. So that brings it down to a 12. Are you going to put any effort into it? This is going to be intellect based.
Sure. Yeah. Hold on. Question. This is a might test, right? This one.
No, this one is an intellect based task.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
And then how does edge work again? Just for
edge reduces cost. So if you are putting effort in, if you are putting effort in, then however much edge you have is reduced from the cost of the effort.
Got it. Well, I don't have enough to succeed anyway with what I rolled.
You do have ciphers for rerolls.
What? Okay, I did. I'll use one of those.
So
I'll switch dice.
Yeah. So because Joel has not been with us as long, in the cipher system, you can have tangible and non-tangible ciphers. Non-tangible ciphers are effects, and it can be flavored in whatever way. You guys have not picked up any physical ciphers like potions and things like that. But this particular non-tangible cipher that we have been utilizing so far is basically you somehow are either blessed by or take control of the ambient magic, in this case, your dream, to affect the outcome and basically give yourself another chance.
Cool. I hope I rolled higher than a 7.
Is this 2?
Is it a 2?
I rolled a 7.
Aww.
I rolled exactly the same number that I rolled the first time.
So you guys are navigating. You seem to be getting somewhere. You feel that you're getting somewhere, but you don't wake up yet.
So did that start right there? That's the North Star. As long as we know where it is, that's how we know what North is.
Yeah. Sybil, would you like to make another attempt to force the dream to end?
Yeah.
Okay. Intellect task 5, so 15.
I believe in you.
You got this.
Yep.
16!
Nice.
Yes.
Anything to get away from Balder.
Yeah. So as the dream progresses, you are just so confused and so concerned because this is not real. You have no idea how this happened or how you got there or why you're in a dream with Balder or if you dreamed Balder up. You're not sure if this is your dream and you dreamed him up or you somehow got into his dream because dreams are weird for you. Dreams are really weird for you. But the scenery around you fades. And you can feel the tingling that's sort of like your feet and hands fell asleep, when you like lose sensation a little bit because of issues with blood flow and blah 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 biology. But that kind of tingling sensation, it's like in your feet, up your legs to almost your knees, and in your hands. And when you glance down from where you're laying, you can see them gradually going from completely invisible back to intangible, incorporeal. And you gradually come back to full physicality. Next to you, groaning himself awake, is Balder, with his hand just kind of rested on the back of your arm. Jax is nowhere to be seen.
Balder. Jax, where's... Balder, are you okay?
I just had this really fucking weird dream.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was it about?
I was on a ship. And it was
Uh-huh.
all nice, but then you also were there, just screaming at me.
And there
Which
was
is
a
weird.
really big storm.
Yeah, how do you know?
Because I also had that dream, Balder.
Really? Oh, twinsies.
Oh, twinsies.
Oh, God. Jax. Sybil's just, like, looking around and then realizes Jax is not here and is just immediately, like, awake.
Yep.
Like, Balder, get up. Jax is... Where is Jax?
Oh, probably where Kale is.
No, because Jax wouldn't just leave. Something had to have happened.
But they're both gone. They're probably just...
No, because Kale left before, and looking around, did I get any of the sample though?
Yes, you did get some of the sample.
Great. Can I have it?
Yes, you can.
Yay, okay, cool. I don't want to do all of that again.
I didn't think so. But yes, I will be benevolent and say yes, you can safely pick up the vial of very dangerous magical liquid.
Great.
Write it down as potion.
No.
A vial of
It is.
dangerous liquid.
This is
not
actually
drink.
this is actually technically a cipher. This is a physical cipher
Hey.
that you would be able to carry, and I believe that with your typing, you can carry up to 3 ciphers.
Yep.
All right. So that means that you get your 2 intangible for the day when you wake up, and then this takes up your 3rd slot. Yeah. But it is utilized as a physical cipher, a manifest cipher, if you're reading the rulebook.
So they're gone.
Yeah. I don't think you... Listen, I know that you're new to this group, but we haven't been separated for like a couple of days now, and Kale had a little moment, but Jax wouldn't just leave, so...
Attachment issues. I understand. Let's go find them.
Hey, why do you keep changing your voice? What's that about?
Do you really want to talk about that now? You were just saying how we need to find the others.
No, I just want to point out that this is a thing that you keep doing. We're going to talk about this.
Me? No.
We're going to talk about this, okay? Not right now. You're
Jax.
actually right for once.
Okay.
Start walking away quickly.
Okay, fine.
I don't want to talk about this.
Jax.
Yes.
I am going to offer you a pre-agreed upon intrusion. So unless your mind has changed, this is something that we previously discussed. Prior to Kale leaving. Instead of Kale just storming off and needing a moment. Maybe they yelled at you, and it made this mentality that you are currently experiencing worse. This is something that for the audience, this is something that I have discussed with both players ahead of time. Yes? All right, so that is a point to each of you instead of ones that you distribute.
Fancy. Do we
So
want
let's
to
go
play
ahead
through that a little bit?
Yeah, let's go ahead and retcon that.
Because I think you had said something like, "Is everyone all right?" And then I can pick it up from there.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Do you want to lead us off, Jax?
Yeah, Jax, I think, was wrapped around you all, and is everybody okay?
Quite literally shocking you.
Yeah. And I, in this horrible amalgamation of human and dragon form, I had just finished trying to stop. I just stopped myself from biting you in the face as you were shocking me. Reel back in fear and terror and stare at you, and then go, "All right. Does this look all right? Does any of this look all right?" Nothing has been all right since you came into my life like a storm, Jax. It's your fault that any of us are down here in the first place. Not even a week ago, I was safe at home. I had my fortunes, meager though they were, and I wasn't a monster. And then you came and dragged us all down here. It's your fault. And then I will roar and run off into the tunnels. Or sorry, it's your fault. I'll say, "How dare you ask if I'm all right?" And run off.
So each of you get one minor reaction to that, because all three of you were present during this particular moment that we are retconning.
I think Jax just stands there, just kind of like there's just like sort of like shock on his face, but it's less shock in more feeling small, I guess, is the best way to put it. But that's all he doesn't say anything. He's just big enough frozen.
Okay. Sybil, Balder, you both just witnessed this. Do you have any minor reaction to add to the retcon?
I feel like at this point I'm too focused on the reaction of protecting myself from the explosion that I totally didn't cause, and it's just a natural thing that happens here sometimes to actually have a reaction or even notice that this is happening.
Definitely.
I think all Sybil says is just like a very sad, like, Kale. And that's like probably all that we have time for.
Okay. But yes, so Kale runs off.
Yep.
And while you think that you headed in a safe direction, you did get lost on the way.
Right. I
With
was
Pico
running headlong in
stumbling
terror.
after you.
I don't know where I am. I'm gone. Yeah. I'm out
with
there.
With Pico stumbling after you. So, bringing it back to the present.
Those words still ringing in your ears.
Yeah. Jax, you just witnessed all of this happen. You wandered down. You haven't been able to do anything to the effect of, you guys are wanted. You and Kale are wanted as kidnappers of Sybil, possibly as terrorists. You weren't able to do anything about that, even after promising Sybil that you would help her get her life back. You have the knowledge that as magic wakes up, while it is something that is natural and that you've believed your entire life, is just natural and a part of life and an eventuality. You know that these things that were previously affected by magic and have gone an entire eon without it, as they are reintroduced to their power sources, the age and damage that they have taken during that time, and them suddenly waking up wherever they might happen to be, are going to be incredibly dangerous to people, and you have not been able to do anything to warn anyone. And then all of this culminates with you down in these tunnels, magic radiating out at all of you, causing you to hurt your friends, and then be completely incapable of protecting them from the magic that had affected them. Where are you going?
I think he just kind of wanders for like whatever amount of time. He's not really thinking about it. He just kind of goes somewhere, and the whole time he's trying to like feel like get his strength back to get over this, like whatever is like holding him back, so to speak, and he's trying to get a control of his powers, and he's just kind of mumbling to himself. He just goes, and he keeps like visualizing those eyes that were looking at him, and like he's being watched, and he feels that way, and he just says, all right, okay, I can't protect them, can't. These hands, all they do is hurt. And if the only thing that they can do is hurt, then I'll hurt somebody who needs to be hurt. Yeah. And then he's gonna when his strength, he's waiting for his strength to come back to feel like himself again. But when that happens, he will make his way to the surface.
Okay.
Try to.
Oh no.
Takes about 10 or 15 minutes of wandering and trying to just kind of force that exhaustion out of your body. But as you, like, basically pace and pump yourself up, gradually feel the strength coming back to your muscles and your limbs, and the crackling of energy and electricity dies down and is no longer uncontrollably just sparking from you.
Yeah, and then he will try to look for a way up because he doesn't know where he is right now.
Nope.
So he will try to either retrace his steps or try to find a new path out into the phone.
Intellect task of 4, so 12 or better. If you have any training for tracking or trail guidance or anything of the sort, or anything else that you think might affect it, you can argue those for easing the task.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm trained in running and jumping. I don't know that.
Means that you can get there faster, but you still need to know where you are going. So yeah, 12
Get
or
lost
better.
at twice the speed.
Oh
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
All right, so here we go. I'm going. That's a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Nat 20. Awesome. So, you know the direction in relation to where you guys had initially gone down. And you know that in that direction is a stairway that takes you directly up to Bridgecrest and that empty noble's house, and where all of the people that are in charge and the source of the threat to your friends are. And without fail, you know how to get there and that you can get up fast because it is a direct shot. Because you're trained in running and jumping. You are trained in athletics. So you can get up there faster than when you were with your friends. Because you were slowed down for them.
I think there's a moment of like where he goes, yeah, I won't hurt them, but I will help them. And then he sort of, I feel like he was turned the wrong direction, and then he's like that way, and then he sort of turns around and he like sort of gets into like the runner's like position, the starting position, and there's like the sound of like leather stretching almost as he sort of like grips the ground and then prepares to take off, and he just full speeds books it just directly to there nonstop. He's not stopping at all, and he's going.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Faintly in the distance, Kale, you can hear the crackle of lightning and frustrated screams.
Well, I know who that is.
Silence. As all of this plays out while you are lost and having a conversation with Pico.
Right. I need to go back for my friends eventually, but I think that we need some ground rules here first if we're going to continue to do whatever this is. As I'm pacing around on all fours.
Mm-hmm.
I wish to ask you questions because I have about 1 million floating around inside my head. But if I've promised not to run away, you must promise to tell me that I'm not ready for them and I will not ask further. Is this acceptable?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. All right.
There is a mosquito in my room and it keeps buzzing by my face.
Oh no.
Anyway, but yeah, I can do that. What's your first question, I guess?
I will like hunker down on the ground for a minute and like close my eyes and try to deep breathe because literally Kale's brain is racing. The conversation they just had, there's about 50 questions I can think of, and I'm not the one turning into a dragon. And I think they will light on one of them. Right. I'm not going to run, but I am going to pace a little. I hope you don't mind. I'll get up and start pacing and say, you used an odd word, incarnation, and I'm familiar with that means in other contexts, but what specifically does it mean here?
Magic doesn't have to travel through blood. In our case, our people go through phases where they are guides like me or guardians like you. And a soul chooses a body. This is hard to explain. When the soul chooses to be born, it finds someone that might be compatible. You are one of those souls. And then eventually you will progress entirely through this path. And if you survive it, you'll become like me. And you'll take your turn as a guide. And then when the soul that you've chosen to guide passes into their phase of guidance, you will disappear and gradually be at the point where you choose to be reborn and become a guardian again.
So I died.
Probably a lot of times. I've gone through, I think, about 30 lives so far.
Do you remember them?
Pieces. They'll gradually come back to you over time, but just pieces.
Okay, that's probably enough questions for today. I'm going to need a moment.
That's... Was that too much?
Oh, yes. I'm just pacing, just back and forth like a big cat in a cage.
Okay.
I'm not
Maybe
running.
you need
I'm not
tea.
running, and I'm not panicking yet. So we're doing all right. This is better.
Maybe you just need tea.
Need to which?
Tea?
Oh,
Maybe
God, that'd
you
be lovely
just
right
need
now.
tea. It... Have you ever seen a cat with catnip?
Yes?
Tea is like the other effect for us. It helps to soothe us. It's
Huh.
something about its smell and its taste. It's like a sedative.
I certainly have always been fond of tea. I don't have any on me. I think my bags are all back with my friends. Who knows what's happened in that room? And I'll start looking around and trying to get my bearings because I don't know where I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I will.
Yeah, you are indeed very lost.
I'm super lost.
Yeah, you are in some of the crevices that are... It's not really a full cave, but it's one of the offshoots from the Skyway that goes into bare rock. And there is a variety of like little lichen and mushrooms and things growing, but the walls are faintly wet because you are very close to the lake and riverbed.
Right. Yeah. You know, if I'd been down here digging in my younger days, I would say that this is a very good spot to find mushrooms. But the lake must be to the west of the Skyway, and I'll continue to sort of try to get my bearings and find it. But subconsciously, I'm actually like drawing in air and sniffing as though I'm looking for a scent.
Okay. So roll. Would you call sniffing intellect based or might, or like physical and might based? Which would you rather it be? It's only a difficulty class of like 2, so it's a 6 or better. But either way,
yeah, I can roll in either one.
Okay.
Let's instincts feels like might.
Yeah,
I think I'm running on instincts right now.
Using your physicality and your instincts and sniffing, like the actual
I rolled a 10.
like physical of it, you pass.
Well,
It's still only difficulty 6.
As I'm sniffing.
Yeah, so
but
you're
I'm like
to smell,
trying to think, but it's
stuff.
really just my instincts that are driving right now.
You're just sniffing. You're just scenting the air. So yeah, you do gradually find your way back towards the Skyway, and you, in the process, find a couple of mushrooms. They are not dried out. They are not ready to be made into tea yet, but you do find a couple of mushrooms that would go into one of your normal blends.
I will kind of get my nose in there and sniff at them. Oh, well, that one's not ready yet, but I might be back for you, little friend. And then,
well, no, they just need to be prepared. It's not like you.
Oh, they need to.
Like,
okay, they're ready to harvest.
They're ready to harvest. It's just not like you would pop it into some water and it is tea.
No,
you have to like dry it out.
overnight at least. anyway.
you
But
need to
I will,
dry it
if
out.
they're harvestable, I'll stop and go. You know, I am running low, and I don't have an offering, but maybe this will do. And I'll kind of crouch down near it and say like a little thank you to the plant.
You are currently in dragon form.
Yep.
This is a tea ingredient.
Yep.
As you say thank you and pluck it, you see 2 new ones starting to like just faintly grow, just like tiny little ones
Nice.
in its place.
Haven't seen that before.
Like,
And I don't have my usual knife to harvest them with.
Yeah.
You kind of have to cut them off the rock. Then I'm sort of like, I guess I have a claw.
Yeah, like they were not there before. They like
Interesting.
sprouted as you harvested and said your thanks.
Raise an eyebrow and try to figure out how to. I'm like holding a mushroom in one hand and like trying to figure out how I'm gonna walk on 3 feet. And then sort of like
Pico can take it into his mouth and just kind of ride on your shoulders.
perfect. Give it to Pico. I'll harvest another one and just, you know, repeat the process and then continue on trying to find my friends.
Okay.
Making some tea. It's fine. It's fine. It does calm me, actually. Something about the meditative action of harvesting the mushrooms and thinking about preparing them is deeply ingrained into my mind.
Yes. So, with Pico holding your bounty and riding on your back, you will find Sybil and Balder as they, I'm assuming, stumble out into the skyway again, looking for Jax. So you see Kale in their dragonic-like form starting to kind of wander back towards your direction as you're looking for Jax. You see Kale further down the skyway.
Would I recognize Kale as Kale? Because I don't.
You saw them change.
I had my back to the group when the explosion happened.
Yeah.
It's reasonable to guess that that's what that is Kale, because they made enough noise with the argument before they ran to where you would have at least seen them out of the corner of your eye. So you might not have gotten a good look, but you would have some understanding that Kale shifted forms, looked really weird, and then disappeared.
And yelled at everybody.
Yeah.
And left.
Bam.
Yeah.
That's
the day.
fair.
Oh, Sybil.
Oh, Kale.
Are you all right?
Are you?
Oh, not at all. I mean, obviously, look.
You look majestic.
Yeah. Mushrooms poking out of the side of Pico's mouth. We had a talk.
It's back.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Pico and I did indeed have a talk.
We had a talk.
Okay. I would very much like to know what the talk was about, but Jax is missing, and I feel like we need to find him.
Jax is missing.
He's gonna be fine.
He woke up and he was gone, and that's not like him. And I know
that's not good.
I know, but like, you were
Did he get
harsh? But I don't.
zapped like Kinder?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
Friend from before. They're somewhere.
Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss.
They're not dead. I think.
We think.
It's
then I'm
unclear.
not sorry for your loss. Then
You can be sorry.
But you're
all right. I'm
you're
sorry.
all right? I'm like looking you over, and you, Balder. Are you all right?
I think so. I had a weird dream, but I think I was.
We had a really weird dream. I was there.
At the same time, it was strange.
I was in his dream, and I could hear what I think was Jax, and he was yelling, and there was lightning, and I think something's wrong, and I think we have to find him.
Right. All right. just a moment, and I'm going to go back over to the room and look around and just see if there's any clues as to where he might have gone.
Okay. In the room, you see some minor, what look like electrical burns. On a couple of the walls, you see them on the back of Baldur's jacket as well. The floor is stone, so there's not really footprints to follow. But that's offhand what you see.
Right.
Yeah.
His pack is still here? So I think we just kind of all dropped our stuff when we got shocked and
Did
exploded.
you drop your pack?
He didn't have a pack, I don't think. I mean, I guess he had the one that we had when we first came down here. So
Yeah, because we bought supplies. We would have each had like a little baggie or something.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
so you-
sure that how we had it was there was a bunch of stuff in mostly a singular pack. You were going to have Jax carry it, and Jax said, "If I get into a fight, I'm not taking the time
That's
to
true.
drop
I was
this."
carrying that.
That's
And
true.
Baldur decided to
Yeah.
carry it because he didn't want to have
Right.
it
It's true.
damaged.
Jax does not
Always happy to help.
carry anything. He is a wanderer, and he goes with the cousin's back. And that's how he lives.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
That's-
let's think. You guys have been friends with him for a long time. So where do you think he would go? Because like I would go to like the dog bar, if I
What
had
is-
to go somewhere.
What is the most dangerous thing near here? I mean, other than this wall.
Apart from the government,
clearly not
probably
actually.
like
The-
yeah, oh shit.
Oh,
No,
oh
That is-
no.
that is.
Oh no.
You don't think?
Oh, I do think.
What's happening?
I
No.
do. Oh, right. And so I'm trying to like grab the pack and push it towards Baldur to grab my trunk
Oh,
and figure out
yeah.
how to run
Oh.
with it on 3. Can
Do you need me
someone...
to carry that?
Yeah, please.
Cool.
Right.
Where are we going? What's
we
happening?
should go quickly.
Where?
To the government?
Up.
Oh, we're finally gonna do something about this? Hell yeah, let's go.
We should just go. Probably.
Let's walk and talk.
Sure.
And subconsciously too, I'm continuing to sort of sniff and see if I can smell ozone or Jax.
Okay, this is a little bit more tricky
Yep, this is rough.
than finding your way back. So go ahead and make another roll.
Yep.
With a DC of 5, so 15 or better.
Okay. I'm going to spend a effort on this,
I believe in you.
and I have got my find a way, which I don't know if that will help.
I think that is something that you
It's
do
less for
instead
sniffy.
of.
Yeah, that's more intellect.
Okay.
All right, so I will just
so
have the one level
you
of
can-
effort.
You can use Find the Way to find a particular path that you are looking for.
Right.
Or you can say, because I've got that, maybe it eases my task.
Yeah, it's basically a free level of effort if I am trying to find a particular thing, I think, but not like a person. Yeah, if I'm lost or attempting to blaze a new route, I can apply a free level of effort. So I think if I'm trying to sniff him out, probably
I'll
no.
go ahead and give you the level of effort for this, yeah.
Okay.
So 12
2
or
levels
better.
of effort on this, because I'm also spending a level of my own effort.
Okay, so
Nice
that
to
brings
find
it down
Jax.
to a 9.
Ooh, I didn't need it because I rolled a 17.
Nice.
Nice.
Still spent it.
All right. So yeah, you do catch the scent of ozone, and that kind of distinct, kind of foresty musk that is Jax that you didn't really even know that you associated with him until you thought about it just now. But yeah, that's definitely Jax.
Weird.
And you trace it back to that stairway you guys took.
Oh no, oh no.
We
Oh,
don't.
right.
Not again.
Double, double time.
This
Double
is
what I was
time,
thinking.
everyone.
really.
I
was-
too know what I'm going to do when we get to the surface, but we'll figure it out when we get there.
It's gonna be fine. Listen, I was thinking.
Have any of you ever tried to run up the stairs
Upstairs?
of like the
Yes.
Empire State Building?
Mhm.
Fucking
Nope.
suck.
Never
Yeah,
been.
we already did this last time, and we
It
didn't
sucks.
even walk the whole way up.
Yeah.
We took
like you
breaks.
guys took breaks just walking
Oh
because of how,
no.
because you are walking the stairs of essentially the Grand Canyon.
Yep. Yep.
That sounds
You
bad.
guys
Sybil?
are
Yeah.
are thousands of feet away.
Yeah.
Well, over 1,000 feet away.
And we're not
from where you
jacks. We
need
can't
to
just
be.
sprint to the top.
Yeah. So
Let's try.
with the dread of knowing what you guys are about to get into, and Baldur not fully aware but going to be.
Yep.
Jax, I wouldn't say that you sprint most of the way because it is still far, but you are able to take it at a nice clip, a jog, and you don't have to take breaks.
You have to take breaks. I'm Jax.
I got stamina. What can I say? I do
Yeah,
this.
You've run up a mountain before, I'm sure.
I am sure that he has. He
For fun,
also
too.
just randomly cliff jumps for fun. So he definitely has he does the going up various methods established. I love that your mug is Iroh.
It's the best. It's so cute. Look at this, y'all.
Love this.
That's adorable. I
Love
love
It's the
it.
best
Yes.
mug.
Okay, so yeah, Jax, you take it at a nice clip. It still takes you like an hour-ish to get up there. But without having to take breaks and without doing kind of that slogging walk that you guys had done before. It takes you about an hour, hour and a half of a steady jog to get up the stairs. Because a lot of the time, the previous one was it took you a couple of hours. You walked. You took a couple of breaks. This one, it's a lot faster, and you get all the way up to the top of the stairs, and you're at that same landing, and it's that damaged wall that you punched your way through before.
Right.
Are you having any second thoughts? Are you going through?
What's going through his mind here is that he is capable of defending himself and probably one other person, but he's aware that if too many people came at them all at once, he wouldn't be able to do anything. And after today, he's not sure if there would even be safe from him in that instance. So he just goes, they just don't need to be there. Who said they had to be involved with me getting them their lives back? And then he opens the door.
Okay.
Damn it, Jackson.
I should not have yelled at him. It's great. I love it. This is very good.
Door poses no
Got it.
issue. You remember how you got it open before. You slide into the most, because it's night again. It's night again. You guys went through some time. So it's a nice, dark, lush room that you remember, the severely oversized bed and the dust everywhere. The hallway with the painting that you can't quite make out because it's still dark. Where are you going?
I think he just goes through the house the same way they exited the first time.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. He's gonna be quiet. No, he's not. He's not gonna be loud purposefully or anything, but he's not gonna attempt to be stealthy. He's just gonna go close the door. You know what? He'll close the door still when he exits this room. But other than that, no.
Okay.
He's just gonna go.
It is, luckily for you, still empty. The counselor has not made it back into this particular home for the session that they are to have because it's not quite time yet for it. Which means that, as far as you can tell, house empty. You know your way down and out.
I think the first thing he's gonna do when he gets out is Kale's tea shop isn't on this
No.
area, correct? No, it's further
No,
down.
you are up in Bridgecrest, which is the top of the cliffside housing and districts. At
Yeah, I can't
the
afford a
top of
coffee
the
here.
valley.
Let alone a house.
Kale's tea shop, as opposed to being at the top of the cliff valley, is down in the greenbelt at the foot of the cliffs by the lake.
Got it. In that case, Jax is chaotic. This is what he's gonna do. I'm gonna look for a guard.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you exit the house, close the door. As you're looking around, it is nighttime. It's peaceful, not a lot of people are active. I mean, this is not exactly the business district. But you do find at least one patrolman around, just kind of standing there, looking like he's just kind of taking up space.
Hey,
Hi. Did you lost?
you can say that. And then the whole who am I? What am I good for type of way. But that's a different conversation. It's fine.
But as you get closer, the look of realization on his face, because remember, your wanted posters weren't super accurate. You're... And he starts reaching for a weapon.
I'll let him grab it.
Okay.
And I'm just walking up and like, yes,
where-
that's me. I'm the one and only.
Pulls a short sword. Where's the counselor's niece? What have...
Who?
And he starts looking around, like, trying to keep an eye on you, as he tries to see if Kale is somewhere around as well.
I'm sorry. I don't
where's
know
the
what you're
go?
talking about.
Where's the go?
What girl?
What you done with her?
Who?
Just stop. What have you done with her? What do you want?
And Jax continues to walk up, and he goes, "You know something? I'm taking off my glasses for this. You know something?
Oh God.
I'm not in the best of moods at the moment. I don't know if you could tell. I mean, I generally try to be happy-go-lucky and just kind of not to have a care in the world. But, the recent events have started to bring out the old me, and the old me was more cold and calculating. But anyway, that doesn't matter here. The point I'm trying to make is that I've spent time in the wilderness more than you could even imagine, probably more than you've seen it, probably more than you've seen a single tree, quite honestly. And the real question is, after me, who's wrestled wolves, bears, gators, any kind of animal you can think of, and beat them, what do you think a sword will do for you?
Roll to intimidate.
Rolling.
I hope it's a 2.
It's a 6. No, it's an
It's
8.
a
It's an
6.
8.
It's an 8.
Yeah.
He does not run. You do not make him, like, drop the sword and run. With an 8, unfortunately, it's good. It's just not great. He only barely manages to hold his ground. You can see the sword kind of shake a little bit, and he doesn't want to attack you, but he is not running, and just kind of continues staring at you and goes, what do you want? Where's the girl? And just giant gulp, like giant gulp of trying to hold his shit together.
I'll tell you what I want. Look, as far as all the posters I've seen around or whatever, seems like y'all think I've done something to someone. I don't know who that person is, quite honestly. Kidnapped. I don't know. I've never kidnapped anyone in my life. But if that's what y'all want to think, that's totally fine. If you're just out to get me, that's also fine. But I'll tell you something right now. I'll stay right here, and you go run off and get Councilwoman. What's her name? Sabar. Bring her back here. Yeah. I'll stay here.
I can't just leave you here. I'm going to take you to her. You don't do anything suspicious? And his voice is like cracking a little bit.
I'll tell you what. You go get her. And I'll let you keep your kneecaps. And my eyes light up purple.
Don't need to roll on that one. He just kind of goes, don't move. Don't move. And like backs away before running.
There's a smile on his face as that happens.
Yeah. But yeah, so he runs off to attempt to find, apparently, Councilwoman Sabar, who is probably at home at the moment.
Probably drunk.
Possibly drunk. You don't know how much of an alcoholic she is. She might have just been drinking to deal with Harper Michelli because he's Harper. Councilman Michelli is
a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, so runs off. Do you just wait there?
Yeah, man. I don't lie. It's just stay in that exact spot.
Okay.
I might sit down or something, like sit on a bench or a fence or something that's there.
Yeah. Eventually, takes like 30 minutes because he has to go down, because remember, her house is also not in Bridgecrest. Her apartment is about halfway down, so he's got to go down, get her, and come back up, which means that the other three have been taking the stairs for approximately 20 minutes at this point.
Yep.
And Balder, you're starting to realize what they meant and why they were going, fuck.
If Sybil is struggling at all, I will take a moment, kind of look at myself, sigh, and then say, hop on.
No, it's totally fine.
Oh, thank you.
Well,
pirate riding a dragon.
Yep.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry
Reminds me
about
of a moment.
I was not expecting that much. Wait, Sybil was... but fine, I'll try to keep going.
Sybil didn't get on your back. Sybil's just like Balder gets on and she's like, okay, okay, sure.
Approximately how much do you think Balder weighs? Just how much? Approximately.
I'd imagine not a lot. He's as a sailor, he inherently doesn't gather a lot of mass because he's always climbing and working on the riggings, and probably less than like what you would imagine somebody who's probably slightly malnourished would weigh, because he also doesn't eat well.
Yeah.
Kale is
Just
not a
constantly
big
jerky.
person, and like they're bigger than they were before, but it's more like they were like pulled like taffy. So it's as though you've climbed on 5 foot nothing Kale's back, and they're like, whoa, okay, I can give you a piggyback ride, but it's not going to last for very long. So they're like,
I'll probably get off then. Yeah, just
I'll like wobble a few steps and then be like,
All
oh
right,
no,
it's all right.
no.
Nope.
No.
Hey, bucket list. Go to dragon.
Very strange bucket list.
You
Well, I mean, I'm a
Like-
strange person.
like to see the rest of the bucket list. At some point.
I pull out a note from my pocket.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, pass it over.
It's
on
like
the list?
fly a ship in the sky.
That's a
is the
big
first one. Second one is, if old enough and arm falls off, eat it in calamari, just to test. The third one is fly a dragon, which is now, or ride a dragon, which is now.
Glad I could help with that.
He's like, you've got a pen, right? Can you like mark that one for me?
Yeah, let me just.
Cool.
We are doing something right
We
now.
are walking. Why are we not allowed to talk while we walk?
Hurry up.
Bottom of my bag. I'm just.
Oh, fine. Here, I pull a pen out of my own
I
pocket. Here you
guarantee
go.
Jax did not have to stop on these stairs.
No, he didn't. And he
Also, speaking of, I have an idea. I actually think, unless Jax does something really, really dumb and really, really stupid, that will be fine for the most part.
I see you haven't met Jax.
that's kind of his whole thing, and like not in a bad way, but he just doesn't.
Just because I'm one of the victims here. I just want to know, why are you guys so afraid of being above ground right now? What was the?
Other than all the gods in the city looking for us?
That's the big one.
But why are they looking like? What did you
And
do?
have we not
A
mentioned
fish?
that I am currently, whatever this is,
Beautiful?
this is going to be a
Yeah,
problem.
We know.
On the
You don't have to
surface.
brag about it.
I am not supposed to exist. And they will put me in a zoo.
I mean, first off, we're not going to allow that to happen. Secondly, from what I understand, the only crime they can pin on you is their kidnapping, the captain's kidnapping, which is where you can just be like, hey, yo, I'm their captain. They didn't really kidnap me.
I
Well,
really expect at this point that the kidnapping is just an excuse to lock us all up. And that includes you, Sybil.
probably.
I'm sure they will lock you in an ivory tower and you'll never get out.
That's probably true.
Well,
But
there
also,
really-
that's why it's good that we have the paperwork. If you clarify, no, hear me out. If you clarify that you were not kidnapped, they don't have anything to pin on you.
Balder,
If they try to pin, yes.
my uncle has made people just disappear. They didn't do anything wrong.
So have I. It's perfectly normal. And there
Yeah,
are
but
ways
the
to
difference is
counter
that he's allowed to do that because he holds a position that allows him to do that. He's a part of a group of people that are allowed to do that. We are not.
Technically, you're technically also allowed to do that if you're in international waters, which is where I did it. But also,
Oh my god!
the point is not that they're not looking to get rid of us. The point is that we are able to clear most of our names, and if we go public with what's going on, we put them on the back foot.
Maybe.
Because
I suppose
if they try
It
to
is
pin us the
very hard to deny that magic is happening when we show up on the streets.
I'm down
Honestly,
to show my
yeah.
tentacle arm to anybody who asks.
Okay, you can't just say that.
That's a sentence you just said. I cannot believe that. Well,
Oh my god.
Also, like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They can't accuse us openly of
They
us.
can.
Listen, of us.
oh, they very much can.
Listen, of us breaking that person out. You know why? Because that would imply that this lady knew about it ahead of time. They can't accuse us of stealing her because it would lend credence to the paperwork that we have, which means that the only thing they really have on us, openly and legally, is your kidnapping.
Why are
which
you
you
so?
can
You are
Also, we
too
did steal
preoccupied
papers
with-
from her house that are very secret, and they're in that box. I will
That's-
point out.
That's a big one. Just
Which is
the
more
legality
reason
is
to
not a
go,
question. These people operate outside of the boundaries of law. We
So
can't
do we,
expect
Captain.
law to protect us.
I don't
That isn't
think they
how-
would protect us. I think the public eye will protect us.
You're assuming we make it that far, and you're assuming that Jax hasn't already.
Which is
done
why
whatever
we're
he
walking
does.
as we're talking.
I'm going to. Like, is there an alcove or a crack in the rocks or something anywhere nearby?
Yeah, sure.
Rifle through my trunk and get the papers out and shove it in there.
God.
So they're not on our person when we all inevitably get arrested.
Well, no, we're not going to get arrested. I can carry the papers. They don't know who I am.
No, absolutely not.
We will leave them down here, but they'll
Hey, you haven't met Sabar yet. Sabar's scary. She'll just kill you.
Okay, but Captain, that's the thing. They haven't met me either, which
They'll
means
kill
that,
you.
that's not what I'm saying.
She's done.
That's not what I mean.
Oh, that's what I mean.
My point is, I can carry them. What are they going to do? Accuse me of kidnapping? I'll just tell them that you kidnapped me too.
Kale,
Yes.
Kale, will you
Yes.
just like grab him and I'll shove these in here?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, well, there goes my camera.
We killed him.
I'm not.
That
I'm
was
not,
perfectly
listen, I'm not-
timed. That was
I'm not
perfectly
saying
timed.
to do this. I'm just saying we need to do something, and hiding away isn't doing anything.
I've like headbutted your back, and I'm trying to shove you up the stairs.
Listen, I'm just saying.
Move.
The,
Keep moving. One foot in front of the other.
The biggest strength that these people have is us turning a blind eye to the crimes and that they commit.
Make sure it's covered so that no one finds it, Sybil. We're continuing to like shoulder you up the stairs.
Listen, I know I'm the new guy, but I've committed crimes too before. You're not the only criminals around here,
haven't.
all right?
We haven't. That's the problem.
Well, you did. You kidnapped me, and then now I'm inducted into your order.
No,
But you did
nope.
kidnap me at first.
No.
You did. You literally were like, "We can't let you go that way. You're gonna have to come with us." But even so, I know I'm the new guy, and it's okay to not listen to the new guy. What's your okay? Let's say this is why I bring it up. Let's say we follow Jackson to the surface. What the fuck are we gonna do at that point?
Stop
I have
him.
no idea.
Stop him.
Then we should probably have an attack plan because we have leverage on the person that is the only person that would know what crimes you committed, because I wasn't there for those crimes. I committed other crimes.
You're part of this now.
What do you say, Captain? Did you just accept that I was a part of your group?
Kale, can you see the top yet?
No, we're still a long way away.
Oh my god.
Listen,
Okay.
I just think that the only type of sailor who is dead is a sailor who stops struggling, you know? And I think we should struggle. That's all I'm saying.
It's really
Also, it's
admirable.
true. I mean, like, if you fall into the water and you just kind of let go, you drown.
So very admirable of you, but step one is stopping Jax from doing
What?
May
whatever he's doing.
already be in the council hall breaking everything as we speak.
Probably.
We can decide as a group because yes, Baldur, you are a part of the group as much as it pains me to say.
It warms my heart that you have accepted me as your own, Captain.
Yeah. We'll
Part of the crew,
discuss.
part of the ship.
We'll
Leading the
discuss.
ship.
We need to find Jax. I'm worried about him.
It's fair.
Speaking of, Jax, you're sitting there
Hello.
waiting for about 30 minutes for them to get back.
Toss my rock up and down.
Oh, yeah. When they do, it's like a team of 5 guards with Sabar dragging the one that left you behind by the back of his armor, sort of like someone dragging someone by the back of their shirt. He looks even more terrified than when you threatened him to go and run and get you Sabar. She is in clothes that were thrown on. You know for a fact that it is not her sleeping clothes from prior experience. But no armor, just literally threw on some clothes, silky type robe thrown over it, and just like bodying this dude in armor along with her. Looks you up and down, just shoves him off to the side, folds her arms.
Hey, Councilwoman.
So you made the choice to turn yourself in. Admirable.
Yeah, it's not quite what I'm doing, but you're gonna think that, sure.
Where's the kid?
As I was telling your pet, listen, you're dragging on like a pet. They're, I don't know what you're talking about.
Where's the kid?
I don't know who you're referring to.
You don't strike me as the type that cares enough about paperwork to have stolen from me. In fact, you seemed like the only one that had any sense of a brain among them.
Thanks. Well, actually, no.
And the kid was far too clueless to have orchestrated it. So it's obviously your little rebel friend that was with you.
Who?
The one that turned into a monster.
I'm sorry. You have to.
The guards are all looking at her in sheer confusion.
You're gonna have to. You have to jog my memory of this. I'm sorry. I've taken a few too many hits up here. Long term, short term stuff. It goes away sometimes. Stuff goes in and out. So you're gonna have to repeat the whole thing again in more detail and how you've met me before somehow.
She picks her nail a little bit. So the kid's too young to have had any clue about anything going on. But our dinner with her uncle kind of proved that again. Most of yours seemed to just be frustration with that complete exhaustion that is that man.
Are you saying you want to go out to dinner? Yeah, I would. But there's a whole thing about me being wanted right now. And we got to get over that first. But then, we can talk for sure.
Let me put it this way. Bring me the kid. Bring me the stuff that your friend stole. And maybe what you'll actually get is just a nice room somewhere instead of the other choices in mediation that we've got.
Well, one of those, I'd like to hear my options first before I make a commitment to anything.
Just death. And
Never done
at
that.
that, like, the guards around her again look at her in confusion and then draw their weapons because they're not sure if that was the okay, we need to grab him now or what, because they have no idea what's going on. Yes.
As soon as they
You
start drawing the
complete
weapons, I
morons.
look at
Get
them.
him. So, yeah. Roll for initiative to see if you go before them.
All right. What am I? Is this might?
This is speed.
Ooh, speed. I'm going
Yeah.
to apply a level of normal action. That is a 15.
15. You go before them, but not before her. Luckily, right now, she is just standing there letting them handle it. But yeah, so go right ahead.
I think the first thing Jax will try to do is whoever's closest, whoever's like outside of the group, he will rush up to them, like sort of like whoever's like in front, in sort of like on the edge is what I mean by that. He will rush up to them, grab them, and try to throw them into everybody else, or to many people as you can.
Go ahead and make an unarmed attack.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be great. That's an 11.
11 would hit the guard, yes. So you grab the guard, pick him up, and full on body him into the other nearby ones, I'm guessing?
Yeah, as many as you can.
Okay. You'd be able to hit like one and like clip another. They're not really bunched up that much. But roll for damage, and that damage will be on, or not roll for damage. This is not D&D. So you do 7?
I do
points?
6.
6
I do
points.
6
So
on
that's yeah. So
a
that's
ludicrous amount of damage.
Yeah. So that's 6 to each of them. As like one of them, like the one that you picked up, drops his sword in the process of being thrown. The other one barely manages to keep hold of it, flailing it out of the way as both of them just get thrown to the ground in the process of this. So that would have been moving the short distance and the attack. So that brings us around to them. They seem a little startled by the fact that you were able to literally rush up to someone, pick them up, and throw them. Because this isn't like judo throw. You ran up, grabbed them, lifted them in the air, and chucked them. You are the strong man. 2 of them look at Sabar in severe concern. 2 of them are down. The last one, like, looks at the 2 that are on the ground and then just kind of rushes up and panic swipes at you. Go ahead and make a speed defense task roll of 9.
I'm trained in these when I'm not in armor.
Yeah.
That is a 13 on the die.
All right, so since it was a 9, that brought it down to a 6. You more than doubled that. You easily just kind of sway yourself out of the way of it, which is intimidating to this dude who is like shaking as he's trying to follow his order.
I say, come on, is this the best your guards have got?
Sabar groans, grabs one of the ones that looked at her in concern and discomfort, tosses him idly on top of the 2 that are on the ground, waves her hand at the other one and just strides up to you, casual as can be.
That's right. You're the one I wanted. Let's dance.
Her eyes begin to glow just like yours do.
This is flirting. This is just flirting for Jax.
Yeah, gentleman first, obviously. So yeah, her entire turn was just casually throwing one of the guards on top of the heap and walking up to you.
I know she uses a sort of like sword, right? Does she have that on her? Does it seem like?
No. No sword. She came unarmed.
Oh, fun. She just like me for real. And then Jax, I think he was kind of, he also very much was just like doing this, like it was just normal. And so now he gets into a stance. And he's going to it's his turn, right? Correct?
Yes, it is.
He's going to
This is gonna be a bad thing. Okay. We doing this. Go ahead.
this is gonna be a time.
Yeah,
This
this
may
is
be
gonna
the
be a
worst
time.
decision ever, but it's just gonna happen. I think he just gets into a stance, and when she gets close enough, he sort of lifts his leg and roundhouses to the side, to her side.
Okay.
Right now he's sort of like a test.
Make a roll.
Wow. Ooh, that is a 6.
Her hand darts out faster than you're used to people moving and just slaps your foot away.
Wonderful.
For the rest of the group, council members are tier 3 characters.
That's what we thought.
Yep.
I mean, not numbers, but like we knew she was powerful.
No,
we knew
it's
she had
It's
powers.
fine. It's totally
Yeah, this is
fine.
fine.
It's fine.
This is
It's
Okay.
fine.
Oh, Jax.
We knew she was a bad bitch.
Yeah.
this was never gonna go
It
well.
is. This is okay.
Yep.
Everything's fine, guys. Don't worry. We'll be safe. We'll fine.
Splitting the
This is
party is the
who I
We're
am.
just
best.
gonna
I
talk.
love
Just gonna talk to
splitting
them.
all
Fine.
the time. It's great.
Just gonna
This is
converse.
who I am.
I did, man.
We're gonna have to rescue Jax
Oh my
from
god.
prison or something.
Doing anything else before it comes around to her? Anything to say in response to the fact that she literally slapped your foot away?
He just smiles.
Okay.
Of course he does.
Don't flirt. Run away.
So
You think Jackson's gonna run away?
So yeah, she sighs. Her eyes are glowing. And she is literally going to swipe you,
Gotcha.
which is a particular move.
Yes, it
Her
is.
hand that had smacked your foot away goes to backhand you across the face. Like, not even a punch, just whack. Roll for speed defense.
She's not even taking this seriously. She's just casual at this.
That is a 13 again.
13 is not quite good enough. So she only deals 5 because damage is reduced during a swipe. But I believe that you are hindered.
I'm hindered in might defense tasks.
Ooh.
Yeah, you are hindered in might defense tasks. Luckily, a lot of these are going to be speed defense to attempt to dodge.
Wonderful.
Yes, so swipe is indeed might. One does your... No, for 1 round, all tasks you perform are hindered.
Wonderful.
Yes. So she smacks your foot away and then just backhands you right across the face. Do we really need to do this?
Unfortunately, I think we do, unless you plan to absolve.
Absolve who? You don't know who they are. And then it's a giant smile on her face.
But apparently you do. And I smile right back.
Okay. It's your turn.
And no, everything's fine.
She just did, 5 points of damage.
That's a lot.
It's okay.
Yeah.
She
hits as hard as Jax does, dudes.
How many damage tracks
dish it out.
Like,
I can dish it
three?
out.
Yeah. You can dish it out. You can dish it out.
Fine.
Go ahead.
I can dish it
Get
out,
her.
but I can also take it. I'm going
get her.
to. There's a. Wait, let me check this. Real quick.
Again, this is just flirting for Jax.
Yeah, it's partially. He's like. It's mostly him being like, I need to get my friends their life back, but also there's part of him that's like, this is doing something to me.
This is a real fight.
So I'm going to activate shock.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack with shock.
Okay.
It's a punch. I'm trying to uppercut to the gut. Come on, baby. Thingy. That's a 17 though.
17. 17 doesn't quite hit. You're one shy.
Oh no.
Wild. That's fun.
Yeah, she's also trained without armor.
She is just like me for real.
Yeah. So you just miss. You go to, I'm guessing, punch.
Mm-hmm.
So you get backhanded, take a step back to use in your punch to be like, oh, this is going to be fun. And she leans just out of the way as a dodge. You see the lightning crackle right by her face. Her eyes are glowing a vibrant green.
Anime AF.
She seems a little startled by the fact that you just tried to lightning fist her. The smile turns just a little feral. She,
as does mine.
Yeah, steps back, and it's almost like a teleportation back by one step. She moves so fast. Like she phased a step back.
Ooh.
And she goes to kick you right in the head.
Go ahead and try.
Make another speed defense task. I'm assuming that the other. Oh wow, yeah, you really would have not been able to hit her unless you rolled a nat 20 on that one because your punch had been hindered. Yeah, but yes, so.
Yeah, that's a nat 20.
Nat 20. So as her foot lifts up in the air, you dodge back. It swishes right past your nose. And you can see that it is almost phase jumping past you. Her power isn't in lightning, like you had thought. And out of character, it's definitely not in fire, like you had thought. She has some sort of phase ability. The air literally crackles like, I don't know, reality had snapped and distorted where her foot passes past you. And she remains still that strange step back where you should be just out of reach. What would you like to do? At this point, all 5 of the guards, with the nat 20 on a defense, that is not an attack, so you can't really stagger her, but I will give you 2 actions on it, essentially.
Okay, cool beans. I think. Can I attack with one of these actions? Is the question.
Yes, you can. And all of the guards that had been there, like watching and terrified, are like stumbled back and fully freaking out, but too afraid to run. So you guys still have witnesses.
There's a moment here of Jax kind of like barely goes past his face, and he again his like he gets that look in his eye, like when he was telling Kale and Sybil and Kinder about when he fights a bear and he like goads them into fighting him, and it's just that primal like need to just go. And then he sort of like he takes his left leg and he sort of kicks it back, and then he does what's called is a side thrust kick that scoots him slightly forward. I'm using this movement in order if I can move. That scoots him slightly forward.
Yeah, she's still an immediate distance. Yeah, she's still an immediate distance, so you can move without issue to get to her.
Yeah, the kick is like it's strong, and like it's so strong that it sort of slides him closer to her. This is why you get the leverage from the kickback first.
Okay.
Can I use a Cypher to re-roll that or no?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
But this is your second.
Yep. Night and day. The first one was a natural 1, but this one is 17.
17 still just misses because you're aiming for that 18. You're aiming for that 18. So you like go to kick at her and like it doesn't quite meet her. It's as if she's just barely dodging enough to where it looks like you're going to hit and then it doesn't. From an outsider's perspective, it might actually look like you're hitting her and just not doing damage, but you can feel that you don't connect. Next action.
Oh yeah, sorry, second one.
Yeah.
I think with the same leg, he goes to. He does not put it down. He kicks, and then when she moves out of the way, he uses the same one to kick again.
Okay.
Really, this one. Come on, I believe in you, metal die. You got this. Nope, that's an 11.
Another natural 1?
11.
11. Okay, I'm just like, you got a natural 1 fighting a tier 3 enemy.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no. So with that, it's just one of those things of you don't quite meet her, and then she steps forward into your foot. Like at the end, as it doesn't quite connect, once it's stopped, she steps forward into your foot and slams a hammer fist down into your leg.
I imagine I'm trying to dodge this.
Make a. You're not going to try and dodge it. You're just going to try and might it.
No.
Okay,
I said I'm imagining I'm trying to dodge it.
Yeah. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Come on. That is a 15.
15. 15 for her might. 15 meets it, beats it. So yeah, you get your leg out of the way, which is good. because that was a crushing blow.
Oh yeah, no, those are. I was looking at those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excel, luckily, knows what a lot of these things are because they are warrior moves. Because, of course, she is a warrior.
What? I thought she was a scholar.
Who
What a
would have
shock.
thought? Well,
What a
I thought
shock
she was a
that Muscle
sailor.
Mommy. Yeah, what a shock that Muscle Mommy is a warrior. But yeah, so like you can feel the percussive air past her fist as your leg just jerks back out of the way. She growls slightly and looks at you before darting back several steps, seeming to move more than the immediate distance, more than that like couple of feet that are within your easy range without difficulty.
no, come on. This is just getting funny. Running away now?
Oh, she looks like she's ready to charge you. Like she's backing up for a charge.
Is this still her turn? My turn.
It is your turn.
Okay, cool. It's because I'm going forward.
Oh yeah,
I'm going
go
to
ahead.
her.
Go ahead. Prevent the charge. Please.
Yeah.
Please prevent the charge.
I'm going towards. I don't want that. I feel like there's this flashback of his aunt like doing this or something to him.
Oh yes.
And he's like, no.
Oh yes. Yes.
And I'm going to try to. Can I get close enough to attack, or?
You
Is she
have to
too far?
expend speed effort to go past the immediate distance and attack in the same round.
I will.
Okay.
How
Because I
does
don't
one-
think you have any abilities that. I don't think you have any abilities that allow you to move. Sorry. Remembering the rules. You are moving a short distance, not a long distance. So you roll a speed defense, or not speed defense, a speed roll, or just become hindered on your attack.
Got it. I'll roll the speed.
Okay.
Come on, baby. That's a 9.
I'll call 9 good enough. So you are able to attack.
All
Because I
right.
think I need to pull up the fight rules.
I would like to apply a level of effort on this.
Okay. So that brings her down from an 18 to a 15.
And I'll spend 2 mic points, correct? 1 edge.
Yes, because you've got 1 edge.
All right. Come on. I believe in you, die.
Distance.
Oh, come on. Really? That's 12.
12? 12 does not quite hit.
Yep.
All right, so I'm pulling up the rules on movement in combat. Character can move a certain distance depending on their abilities and difficulty rolls. To move a short distance without further attempts, add an action in a round as a difficulty 0 speed task. So it is a speed task to move long distance. Speed task. Active attack. But yeah, so even with the effort, you do not quite manage to hit her. You get there, you're moving a little faster than you really should. You're moving a little too fast, and it doesn't let you aim very well. So the swing goes a little wide, especially with how fast she is.
Mm-hmm.
She is difficult to hit. She is very difficult to hit. You get there, preventing the charge. She huffs out a breath of frustration at not being able to dart forward. and do another swipe at you. So she's just going to lift a fist and go for a full punch this time.
Oh yeah, come on.
Go ahead and roll for speed defense.
Jax looks happy. Like he like the longer this goes on, the more like enjoyment he gets out of this. It's almost like he's just like it's like a ride that he missed and he hasn't been on them for a while, but he's finding renewed love.
Oh yeah.
That's not bad. $11.
11.
Mm-hmm.
So she hits you,
Yeah, I bet.
dealing 6 points of damage.
Oh yeah.
And is this something that she can call after? Is this something that can be designated after? H.
Oh.
Where is hemorrhage?
Oh no. Not hemorrhage.
That's a bad one.
I was looking at that one too.
Yep. Hemorrhage.
Oh no. Hold on. Let me
Oh,
pull
it's not good. It's not
I
good.
zoned down and just came back to
Okay.
hemorrhage, and I don't think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Mhm,
All right.
mhm.
So, hemorrhage. You make a powerful strike. Target prevent. In addition,
It's on her, so it's fine, right?
has to be called as a hemorrhaging strike before. So she just punches you for 6 damage this time.
Yes, she just punches you for 6 damage.
You know, I mean, same. If I could hit.
Yeah. I mean, like if he could hit,
Or you can't.
then he would be doing well. But unfortunately, he can't quite hit her simply because of her speed and the fact that she is also trained without armor.
Speed is key.
Because normally,
Speed kills.
yeah, because her speed pool is 17, but she's trained without armor, so that boosts it up 1.
As far as I understand,
Yeah.
shock doesn't go away until I touch.
Yeah.
I believe. That's what I think.
I think so. Yeah, we'll say that it has to be discharged, and that it's still up. I'll give you that.
So what I'm gonna try to do
Mm-hmm.
is instead of no, I mean this is still the same thing. I'm just gonna try to conjure. He's sort of like he sort of takes it, and then like there's like again like he's happy about this. So there's like big smile on his face. I imagine there's some like sort of like bruising or something wherever she hit him, and he's just kind of like, yes.
She went for a body shot this time because I had meant to do it as a hemorrhaging blow. So that's going to be like a body shot. But I didn't call it ahead of time, so it was not a hemorrhaging blow.
Saved by the before call-outs.
Oh
Love
yes.
to see. So he like takes it, and then I imagine he like folds a bit, and then he like, goes back. He tries to headbutt her.
Okay. Roll to attack. You gonna put effort onto it again?
Probably not.
Probably not, because you just don't have the points.
I do, but I have just that much enough to left in my. Ooh, that's like this better than last time, but still not gonna go. That's a 16.
16 does not quite hit. So she. This is a difficult fight to take on without any of your supporting crew. But yeah, so she groans. And then as she goes for a hemorrhaging blow this time, she is going to say, "You're lucky that she likes you. Drop, and we will leave you behind." Make a speed defense task.
Scaled. It's a 17.
You lean out of the way of her fist darting towards your body. And that was a powerful blow that she was coming at you with. What you gonna do?
I'll say, I'll whisper back. I won't say this out loud, but I'll say it back to her in just as quiet as a tone. I'll say, "If you want to stop the fight, then you simply can." And I'll go down again. We're going blow for blow. Jack doesn't back down, okay?
Yeah.
I made it a character thing for him that he does not run away from a fight. That's 10.
That's a 10. 10 does not hit.
Makes sense. I'm getting weaker.
Yeah. She goes for another hemorrhaging blow. This time as a knee strike to the gut.
All right. Yeah. 16.
16. Just dodge out of the way. Just barely.
And I'm going to say, who's the she you're talking about?
Her eyes grow cold when you ask that. And without any further comment, she is going to put effort into this to try and shut you up because you've gotten curious now. She is going to do another strike at you. This one is a crushing blow. So both hands hammer fist straight to the head.
Oh gosh. We love to see it.
So that means that it's also a higher speed defense task because there's effort in it.
That's a 15.
15. Because you're trained in speed defense tasks, right?
Yes.
So it went from a 15 to a 12. This time it went from an 18 to a 15. So meets it, beats it. You are just avoiding it each time. You just keep barely surviving.
This is a scene in the anime where the protagonist is taken on a villain that's too powerful for them.
Oh wait.
And just like
wait.
Don't wait.
Just a minute.
Don't wait us.
Crushing blow gives you a free level of effort on the damage.
No.
Well, there you go.
So if she had hit, it would have done even worse than we thought. But you do just barely dodge out of the way. You see that same crackle of like matter and air not quite meeting, like some sort of like breaking the sound barrier type of crack that her foot did that first time.
Okay. Oh gosh, that's scary.
Yeah. And she looks really serious now.
Yeah, you poked the bear, Jax. You had to poke
it. Someone likes you guys that she does not want to offend, but you are asking her personal shit. So go right ahead. Take your turn.
I'm just gonna say, I'll stop if you tell me. And I'll keep.
Oh God. Go ahead.
I'll,
Go ahead.
I'll punch.
Uh-huh.
Oh gosh, I threw my dice. I threw it all the way back. I can roll another one. Oh, what is it? I want to know.
What is it?
I can't.
What'd you
I
roll?
can't. I don't see it anywhere. Oh, damn it. There it is.
Oh,
Oh, wait. Hold
lost
on.
dice. Lost dice.
Ow. I'm going to roll another one, but I'm going to see what this is. That's an 11 to roll on this one.
So that is to hit?
Yep.
Nope.
Well, this one was a 13. Not much better.
Okay. She goes for another crushing blow.
Okay. I'm sorry this is taking so long, y'all.
Yeah, no, it's,
No, it's exciting. It's very
yeah,
exciting.
like we've got
natural
Joel
20.
back here, like going, natural 20 on your dodge.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
All right.
What? That's the second one.
And I
You
can-
are a lucky motherfucker right now.
I
Yeah.
can't believe this.
If only I could hit.
So would you like an exceptional dodge where you have time enough for 2 actions, or would you like a free level of effort on your next attack?
I will take the free level of effort on the next attack.
That's what I thought.
Which is now, I guess, huh?
Because she is not exchanging words anymore. She does not want to tell you anything about anyone that she cares about.
Gosh, that's an 11.
11. So that still does not quite bring her down enough. So, let's see, what's this person?
I'm stay alive, Jax. That's what they call me.
Yeah, you are. You are
Actually,
surviving.
Dead at the start of this fight.
At this rate,
Yeah.
we're gonna get there.
Well, each of
Also,
these is
this
like
has
10
taken-
seconds.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
this
taking
is
less
just
than a minute.
minutes. Yeah, this is like 2 Super Saiyans going at each other in the middle of the sky. It's just like type of shit.
What are the guards looking like? What do they do? Are they just standing?
They look terrified because both of you are moving much faster than they are capable of. And you are managing to avoid like her hits. Like Sabar, who is theoretically, at least according to them, one of the toughest people in Icenbridge.
Yep.
She is,
Jax came to town.
I will say that she is in a fury at this point.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Because you have avoided all of the hits since you pissed her off. So she is now in a fury and just goes for another hemorrhaging strike at you.
Hello. It's a 15.
15?
Mm.
15, because of your speed defense training, it misses you, which is good. Because Fury adds 2 points to the damage.
Yeah.
So that
That's not a good
means
time.
that with a hemorrhaging blow, it would be striking for 11 points.
Gosh.
Because it's 6 plus the 3 for the first hemorrhage, and then the 2 for that. And then you continue taking damage afterwards.
That's more than my entire fight pool.
Sybil is just dead.
Yeah. You guys
going
would
for-
just
You're
be
incapacitated.
impaired.
Rather.
Yeah, you.
Y'all have no idea. I'm going for
Yeah.
another one.
Okay.
No, of course you
Oh,
are.
gosh.
Of course you are.
That's a 3 on the die.
You stupid.
3 to hit. So yeah, she's gonna try and throw you.
All right.
Off a cliff.
You guys are near a cliff, but she is not trying to kill him.
Okay, he has
She is
experience rolling
just
from this,
trying
he'll
to
be
knock
fine.
him out.
It
She
was-
is
it's
just
actually for less
trying to knock
damage.
him out.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that she is in a fury and wants him to stop and just drop because she's
another
pissed
thing.
off she doesn't want to kill him. All right, so you... Oh, no, she has to do damage to you first. So it's an initial strike in the fury. So that is only... it's only 8.
Gotcha. So,
And
question.
with the throw...
When I run out of might, I start taking from speed, correct?
Yep.
Yes. And you are also considered impaired. You
Might
do
is
not
0,
get
right?
minor or major effects on your rolls. 17 to
Is it
20
9 now?
on your attacks only deal +1 damage, so none of those other effects. And you have +1 cost per effort level. But yeah, so with the throw, we will determine... Would you like to determine how far you are thrown? Because one of us has to roll. So, would you like to determine how far you were thrown, or should I pull out one of my dice?
Let's let the dice decide. Let's let it decide.
So
I
your dice or
imagine
mine?
it's-
Mine? Your dice?
Yeah.
My
I
dice?
believe in you. Yeah,
Okay, you are thrown 11 feet.
that's pretty far.
Yeah, she, like, punches you so hard that you fly through the air 11 feet and land prone. She is not being aided by any of her guards, so they do not have any, or you are not hindered in your defense against them.
I didn't hear no bell.
Yeah, but you are impaired because you are now taking from your speed track.
Yeah, he's now 0 might out of 15, and reduced from 15 speed to 9 from that one hit. Hello.
Yeah. At least it wasn't one of the hemorrhaging ones.
You know, I'm gonna roll a die. Joe, odds or evens? Odds or evens? What do you say?
Whatever for us.
Even. Okay.
Evens.
He stands back up. I roll a 5.
Okay.
Oh, Jax. Oh, Jax.
So, I believe to stand back up is moving an immediate distance. So, to get close to her again, you would have to put effort into speed.
Yeah, he just stands up.
So it's just, yeah. All right. So she is going to, however, move because you are a short distance away from her, and that is what's considered immediate distance for someone of her speed. And she is going to do a hemorrhaging strike to make you stay down.
I'm rolling. It's a 2. It's a 2 on the die.
Okay.
This
So she just flashes towards you. She seems to blur as she moves. Appears right in front of you as you're standing up, one hand on your shoulder and then the other in a fist directly into your solar plexus. Dealing 11 points. What are you at?
I'm at. It takes my speed down to 0, and my intellect down by 2. 2.
Fun fact, if you run through all of your tracks, you are down. You are dead.
Yeah. They unfortunately don't have death saving rolls in this particular game. But yes, so with that, you are considered to be debilitated. You cannot move because your speed pool is 0. So you are conscious, barely, on the ground, coughing as you continue to take damage because you are hemorrhaging.
Well,
You
he
can
stays
see
down.
you can see the rage in her eyes and the temptation to just end it. But you also remember her going, "You're lucky she likes you. Stay down." And something about that still is in her head despite the fury. So she turns, and you hear her tell the guards, "Let the morning detail take care of it. He can be a warning." And without even bothering to check to see if you are still alive, the guards scramble away ahead of her. If you would like to, because you cannot move and thus cannot chase after them, if you would like to do a recovery roll or 2.
Well, see, the thing is, I used all of them when I woke up this morning.
Fuck. Okay, yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're still real injured. You were half dead this morning. And
Yeah,
tonight.
so luckily, you only take 3 more points of damage in the following 10 seconds, but are just kind of left there until you are found. Sort of like someone that got mugged in an alley and left behind. They are barely awake, alive, but not really able to go anywhere or do anything. When you guys, an hour and a half-ish after starting, like an hour
Breathing
after
heavily.
this, get to the empty housing up at the top that this exits into. Balder, you find, since you have not been here before, what looks like a somewhat damaged wall that opens up as a doorway into a dark and very lavish room with a bed larger than you have ever seen before in your life. Do you guys just go straight out, or okay?
Yes,
Absolutely.
As we
We're
go
not
out,
stopping.
We pause for
I
half a
just-
second to take a deep breath and then keep going.
Okay.
You guys just hear, "That's a big ass bed." As we keep it going.
Yeah.
It's really
Like,
comfy.
if you
Don't
have
ask
never
what he does
heard
in it.
of a California queen or California king,
King.
like
I know Excel.
It's a
It's big.
big bed.
Yeah.
Big bed.
Don't ask what he uses it for.
No, I'm
Yeah,
curious.
let's see. California king bed is
Also, that was
how big
intense. I had to
are
bring
you?
out my emotional
Yeah.
support, Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yes.
used him in a
Sorry.
I
while.
saw that.
I'm
I
sorry
saw
it took
that.
so long.
I think a
y'all.
Hawaii king is bigger than a
Well, I
Cali
might
king.
have described. I just might have described it as a Hawaii
Either are
king.
huge.
Massive.
Initially, because it was
This little guy
it
has
was
been
one of
with
those
me for the better
beds
part of
that
a
no matter
decade.
how big you are, you have to crawl into.
That's my
Yeah,
favorite type
let's
of
see.
bed.
It's
Yeah.
really comfy.
Yeah, it's huge. It is very comfortable, yes. But yeah, so you go out into the empty hallway and you see the portrait of some random dude that you don't recognize down one of the sides of the flights of stairs, because it's one of those double sets that goes up in curves from the main foyer. And
Do we see it? Because he was just out the front gates of this house,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, so
Can
you
we
open the door and
See
out
him?
in the middle of the night in the street, you see Jax, blood leaking from his mouth, bruising all over from the couple of strikes that he took. Just collapsed on the ground. His eyes are open and he's awake?
Bloody hell. You're right, mate.
I think he's just
That's
sort of
not good. Hey,
he's
can
sort of
you
You've been there for an hour.
can
so
you
you
go
can-
get him?
You can take an hour
Oh,
recovery
yeah, right.
roll.
Yeah. Oh,
I
But
used them all.
you used them
I
all? Okay, yeah.
only have the 10-hour
yeah.
one left.
I'm gonna
Okay.
leave the packages, like the bag and stuff, with Kale and Sybil, and then I'm gonna just go and grab Jax.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna check him first.
I look at Sybil and I'm like, what do you think could do that to him?
When you
Hey,
when you
man.
get to
You're
him,
right.
Balder, you probably just hear him sort of like he's sort of like mumbling, and it sounds like he's trying to like talk to his aunt, like he's like reliving a moment, sort of like from any sort of he's just saying like, no, the sword's not good. No, the sword's.
All right. I'm gonna gently pick him up.
Okay.
The whole like arm over the shoulders, holding his
Okay.
waist, kind of drag the feet, and bring him back to the other two. He's delirious. I don't know why. I mean, I know why.
Beaten out of him.
Yeah.
Back upstairs to the bed. Well,
All right.
I don't think we should
Can
move
you
him
get
more than
him
we
up
need
the
to.
stairs?
We can as a team.
How
I'd
strong
imagine.
are you?
I'd imagine. Well, I
We're
have
helping.
mechanically, I have a 12 in might.
Okay.
And also, I'm a sailor, so I imagine heavy lifting for like cargo and stuff isn't necessarily that impossible.
Okay.
Can I aid by, I don't know, draping his legs over my shoulders or something
Can Kale
Yeah.
drag it?
and kind of half ride me?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, look, Jax,
All
you're
right. So yeah, you
riding the
guys
magical dragon.
get him up.
a-
Get him up
it's a super
into
magical
the
dragon, Jax.
overlarge bed.
I will, as we're dragging Jax up the stairs, we peek run ahead, see if you can heat some water. We're going to need to clean these wounds.
He's gonna say, she only hit me 3 times.
She.
Who?
3 times?
She says she likes me.
Who?
Sabar?
3 times?
You
Yeah,
got in a
but-
fight with Sabar?
And she didn't arrest you?
She didn't kill you?
You 3 times.
You're being too loud.
Oh, she's terrifying.
Is this place abandoned? Like, can I
No.
just go to the kitchen?
Well,
I'm getting
Abandoned
mixed
enough.
signals.
Just go.
Yes or no?
Just do
Yes.
it. It's fine. We're already
Oh,
here.
all right. I'm gonna start like lighting up the place. Just
Well, don't turn the lights on, maybe.
No.
why not? He said it was abandoned.
So it's a councilman's house. Just don't turn the lights on and try and keep things where they are. It'll be fine. Just go.
You do know I can't see in the dark, right? Like I
I can't either. Just try your best.
try. Okay, I'll go grab some. I'll try to stealthily, without light in the utter darkness of this building, grab some water, I guess, from somewhere.
I believe in you.
So
We have water in our packs. It's fine.
Not anymore.
Well,
back. No. You get out into the hallway.
I'm
There's
gonna actually
barely
turn
en-
on light.
Yeah.
It's just-
There's
I
barely
just said
enough
that for their
light from the
benefit.
windows.
Oh,
yeah, there's
no.
barely enough light from the windows to see the portrait of some dude that
Sure.
now you know is a counselor.
Mhm.
There are a couple of like wick lanterns that you can light.
I'll take one of them. Yeah.
Okay. Takes you a
I
couple
feel-
of minutes,
I feel
but
like
I
I've
won't
made a
even make you
mistake.
roll. It takes you a couple of minutes, but I won't even make you roll to find what would be the kitchen.
Cool.
It does not have a lot of stuff. It does have running water, but it does not have a lot of stuff.
That's all right. I just need water.
nobody's living here right now.
Yeah, it's essentially like someone's vacation home that was closed up. So
Mm.
there's not a lot of stuff that's left, other than like non-perishable amenities like the bed and
Like
furniture and
jerky?
stuff. There is no jerky. Not at this dude's house.
Waste of
Definitely not
space.
at this dude's
Who
house.
are
You do find a very impressive wine collection. Because remember, this dude,
Oh,
Likes
Has-
wine.
yeah, he likes to smuggle in illegal things, including
Fine
illegally
wine.
detained fine wine.
That yeah, with my little light, I'm gonna grab some of the wine. I'm gonna put it in my satchel bag. I have one of those, and then I'm gonna see if I can find like empty bottle or like a cauldron of sorts and just fill it with water.
You'd be able to find like pictures and stuff.
Cool. And then I'm just gonna go back upstairs. And
Okay.
just because as a player, I'm curious, I'm gonna take a look at this portrait. Just because, for no reason whatsoever, I feel like I should.
It's not like big, but just slightly overweight. Obviously, doesn't like exercise or go through physical effort for anything. Type of middle-aged guy, scruffy, but very well-groomed beard. So like it's patchy in a way that like shows you that he can't grow a full beard, but it's groomed to where it looks almost on purpose, with perfectly curled mustache. Starting to go balding. Nice, fancy clothes. You have no idea who he is.
Fancy. Okay, and I'll keep going. Oh, right outside. I don't go into the building or into the room with the light on. I turn it off and pretend that it was always dark.
Smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas I think we have wrestled Jax into bed, and I'm setting to work digging through our packs, trying to boil some water, get some herbs I know can be packed into wounds to stop bleeding because he seems to have lost a lot of blood.
It's mostly crushing damage. Like she did
That's
not
true.
stab him once.
Yeah.
He did not get
Oh,
stabbed
so
once.
he's fine.
He
His
just
bleeding
got
is internal.
smacked. Yeah, he just
Yeah.
got smacked. Especially with that hemorrhaging blow. Hemorrhaging blow is quite literally internal bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and just
That's where
get
the
him
bleeding is
some.
supposed to be.
It's-
That's where
it's
the blood is
supposed
supposed
to
to
be.
be.
Yeah. I'm sure he's got like just a little dribble of blood like by his
I
mouth.
tried to warn you guys that this was a
Yep.
bad decision.
Yep.
This would have been
And I'm
fun if I
gonna-
was there. I just wanted to put it out there.
Pack every like blood restoration health herb I can into a pot of tea and try to
Yep.
get some fluids into Jax.
Okay.
Dab at the wounds. Do like a first aid.
Comfrey
Be like, oh, is that
paste,
broken?
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah,
But-
so
I will also whisper, just, I'm sorry, Jax. Shouldn't have yelled at you. I'm sure he's half delirious, and I can choose whether you do that or not.
He's like sort of out of it, and he looks to you and he's like, oh hey Kale, sorry I couldn't get your t-shirt back.
Don't. Your life is not worth that.
That's what they say. Who's she?
Sybil?
No, Sister Barr said something about she. She likes you. That's why I'm not gonna kill you.
Sybil's mother? Saldai?
Do you have any inkling as to who she would be? The she.
intellect roll.
Yeah. You're all fucked up.
Task. Yeah, like while you're trying to think, intellect task will call it a 4, so 12 or better.
Yo, there was a pantry full of wine downstairs. It's
So
I brought
16.
some.
He's
16.
well known for his love of wine. It was probably the only thing I like about him.
Having seen the way that Sabar interacted with you guys and interacted with Seldai, pretty sure that she means Seldai, the one who had like even been like, yeah, I can get this councilwoman to make a deal with you to release someone that we have had in custody.
Well, and then he just sort of passes out.
Oh yeah.
I'll smooth your hair and rest, Jax.
Question. Captain and the tea person. Question. That's the person that has been you stole from. Yes? The 3-punch
Yes.
lady?
Yes.
Mm.
She also knows about us.
Well, you.
Various things.
Do you think it's a normal thing for some lady or some person to beat him up in 3 hits?
No. She's like us. She's definitely got strange powers.
The
So
Jax can tell you about when he wakes up.
So if the government wants to put people with powers like ours in the gutter, wouldn't that also negatively affect hers?
Balder?
Not if the council members have powers.
Did you just call me mother?
Called you Balder.
Oh, sorry. I misunderstood.
Mummy!
Mother.
Man, this alcohol
Mummy,
works
Mother.
mummy,
quick.
mum,
Mum.
mum,
No.
mummy,
Mother.
mum.
Sybil's literally
Excuse me, mother.
standing by the door, has not like moved since we dragged Jax up here, and is like looks like a ghost. And I think that you say that, and she snaps at you, and it's like, now is not the time to discuss when Sabar can do whatever she wants, clearly. Just like gesturing at Jax. Maybe we should all just take a minute and take a nap and talk about all of this in the morning. Jax can tell us what happened, and we can make a plan.
I'll sit up with him. Someone should watch him through the night.
I can do it. It's fine.
No, you sleep.
I'm not sleeping very much these days, so it's fine.
I'll stay watch. You two sleep.
Don't know that I can sleep like this.
Both.
You,
We're all just like,
Bal-
none of us
Balder,
are sleeping.
You also did not sleep the previous night, so you're
Balder.
pretty exhausted at this point as well.
That is
Because
true.
at most you had like a 5-minute nap after being
But then I had a
shocked by
super cool
magic.
ship dream, though.
Yeah, you
So-
had a super cool ship dream that in the real world took like 5 minutes.
Very restful.
I see.
Yeah, so not particularly restful. You have been shocked
fair.
by magic and walked up the flight of stairs that is the equivalent of trying to walk up the Empire State Building.
That's fair.
A little tired.
But-
a little tired.
It is important that we do talk about this. Also,
We have a lot to
I-
talk about, actually. We can. That's for tomorrow. We can talk
I'll-
about that tomorrow.
I'll watch.
Once we know Jack is in the clear.
I'll wake you up halfway through, Kale.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna sleep by the. I'm gonna body block the door. Just gonna lay down. I'm a sailor. The
yep.
shit's
Sleep,
fine.
sleep on the bed. Sleep on the bed.
I'm good
big
here.
enough.
Good night.
Kale, would you like to make an intellect task to change back before you
Sure.
sleep? Okay.
Before I sleep,
Yeah.
let's see if I can roll better. That's a 20.
You definitely change back. Like
just-
without like easily. You don't even feel it for the most part beyond the fact
Yeah.
that knowing that you are back in your what you assume to be
Better.
normal form.
Right. And then I will sort of blink for a second and then grab my bag and pull on a rope. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I am going to go to sleep now.
Mm-hmm.
And I will curl up in bed.
All right. So with that, I will say that we will take at least a brief break before we have either the morning discussion or end for the night, because we have been going for a while and forgot to take a mid-session break.
Oops. Oopsie.
But
I
yes.
just need a quick bio break. It's good.
Yes. So we will
BRB.
be right back. break. We're not going to go for too much longer because we have already gone over for the day with a nice long combat session preceded by lots of drama. Lots of drama. But yeah, so everyone is alive. We'll just drop right back into this. So everybody has gone to sleep. You're taking your recovery rolls. Don't forget to take yours, Jax, for that 10-hour one. Kale is back to their mostly human form. Balder is asleep across the door so that he can feel it opening if anything happens to it. And Sybil, you are sitting awake. What's up?
I think she's just staring intently at Jax, and it's just like fidgeting, and like every now and then, like looks like she's gonna like anytime that he breathes, it's her like, okay, no, he's fine, it's fine, everything's fine, and she just like looks like a very stressed out like mother goose, like. And at one point, you see her like pull out a notebook and start like writing things down, and then just like scratching out a bunch of stuff, and she ends up like ripping a page out and just crumpling it up.
Okay.
That's, I think it's just a lot of her sitting there and like.
Kale will have, before they curl up to go to sleep, taken out of their backpack their own notebook that has some of the potions that we found down in the tunnels, and sort of given it to you and been like, see if you can make heads or tails of these. I tried.
Absolutely. Then that's what she's doing after
there is a healing potion in there.
After she's done just having an existential crisis, she's like, all right, a task.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you're reading through these. Roll an intellect task of, we'll call it 4, so 12 or better, to maintain concentration during the midst of all of this.
I should put effort on it.
You should put effort on it.
What if I used one of my rerolls for the day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you using your encounter reroll or one of your Cypher rerolls? Because you've got both still.
One of my Cyphers.
Okay.
That's the game. 18.
Nice.
18. Definitely good enough. So yeah, you're focusing on this, and while you aren't sure where to get all of the ingredients, you're pretty sure that if you got the ingredients, you'd be able to whip up a healing potion or two that might be able to help Jax recover, because looking at it, like, you don't see a way. I mean, like, he was not fully great this morning when he woke up from his fight with the other guards. You can't see him recovering that fast from this. So, you know, he needs something. He needs something.
For the ingredients.
Some of the things listed, you don't recognize what they are. But there's like a couple of plants, like berries and herbs and stuff. There is a clear alcohol as the medium with which to do it. It requires basically doing a hot infusion into the liquid, and this is where we get into the fact that I am a elixir nerd and actually know how to do this type of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so it's basically, instead of doing a long cold infusion, it's a hot infusion. You don't want to bring it to a boil because alcohol, but you do need to use heat to infuse these ingredients, one of which you don't recognize the name of. It seems like something that possibly is considered to be a magical ingredient, but maybe you'll find it in Grandpappy's study, because remember, there were ingredients down there.
There were.
Yeah.
I'm also just taking notes.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so it's something that you know you would be able to do. With that type of roll, you know you'd be able to make it if you found the ingredients. it doesn't really relieve the stress because it's not something that you can do now. And as, like, the echo of that power that you got hit with still, like, is kind of vibrating at the back of your mind, sort of like the buzz of hyperactivity when you're anxious. It's one of the reasons why you can't really sleep now, but you can feel that the others are sleeping. You can feel the others sleeping. You know for a fact that none of them are faking. You can feel that they're dreaming even. In that kind of same sense that you had when you found yourself in Baldur's dream. You know that they're asleep, and that they're dreaming, and that there are visions. There are senses to it. Are you still focused on Jax?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that's probably doing all of the notes. I think she like pulled up, it isn't even like in it, and is kind of like staring at him in a different way now that she can like feel what he's dreaming about.
So I think next time we will open with Jax's dream.
Ooh!
Yes, so as you sink into this concentration and feel his dream,
Good.
your power just kind of reaches out, stretches, briefly brushes against his mind and his dream, and you can sense the dreams of the others. Roll one last intellect defense task to control your power starting to activate.
I think that as she's thinking this, she reaches out a hand and just like puts it on top of Jax's while he's sleeping.
Yeah.
That's a 5.
Yep. All
Good
right.
luck, y'all.
So
I'll see you
yeah,
eventually.
so you guys.
Damon, you got a reroll.
So
Got
yeah.
one more reroll.
No.
No, gonna take it. Gonna take it. Awesome.
Excellent.
But yeah, so you reach out to kind of rest your hand on Jax's in that kind of comforting thing, because Jax was the one that listened to you as you were feeling that pain and that panic, and the one that promised to help you get your life back, because you were struggling so hard with that. You were struggling with the knowledge of that, and you reach to try and offer some of that comfort as you can literally feel the dream taking hold and existing in his head, and your power just stretches out and blankets all of you. And we open on Jax's dream next time, because we are unfortunately going to be missing Maggie next session.
Have fun.
But yes. So next session is going to be the dream session. But yeah, hope you guys had so much fun tonight, even if there was a little bit of the emotional support Bulbasaur going on.
Good. Very good.
Yeah. Which we can see right now, but that is being cut off on the actual display, so I'm watching Bulbasaur wiggle a little bit. There we go, now we can see it. Now we can see it on the screen. But yeah, so next time we will open back up with Jax's dream and what's going on with the
Jax.
others.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
You've had a night. You've had a night.
Yeah. Woo.
He's gonna die from psychological damage.
Emotional damage.
It'll be fine.
Gosh.
All of the
It'll be
damage.
great. It'll be great.
But it's all gonna be internal,
fantastic.
so he'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fantastic.
Good.
But yeah, so thank you to everyone who has tuned in for the night. As a reminder, I am Evie, the Disaster GM. Pronouns are she, they, and any. One of the directors or the director of Altered Echo Archives, and we are still raising funds for the Lupus Foundation of America. Check out the QR code let's go back around and re-intro ourselves before we end for the evening.
Should I start?
Yeah, let's go with
Okay.
Alina.
Sounds good. Hey everybody, I am Alina Pete. I was playing Kale. We are both they them. You can check me out online at Alina Pete or at weregeek.com. And if you're watching this shortly after it goes up, I will be at Gen Con this following week at booth 1237. So you can come by, say hello, check out my cool pins. I have a bunch of dragon pins this year. They're very good. I have a brand new pin that looks suspiciously like Kale, so maybe come check that out. Anyway, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be very fun.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, definitely check it out. Go say hi. Maggie.
That's me. Hello. I'm Maggie. I use they, she pronouns. I play Sybil, who has she, her pronouns. And mostly you can find me here and on it's Twitter. I refuse to call it the other one.
Yeah.
Dead naming is wrong unless it's Twitter.
Yeah. It's just the toxic X. Don't worry about it.
We don't, yeah, literally.
Yeah,
you can find me on the internet and Blue Sky and all the places at Maggie Hun or _ Maggie Hun, some variation of that. Sometimes I'm on Alina's channel. That's all.
Yeah. Happy birthday again.
Happy birthday!
Thank y'all.
XL.
Yo.
The good one. The good X.
Yeah, I was gonna say formerly known as Twitter.
No, XL was never that toxic.
Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm me.
Yeah.
I'm still
Intense session.
I'm glad I can continue to play Jax because he's so. I was 5 points away from just death. But no, yeah. We both use he/him pronouns. You can find me at Extra the King on all the socials, Twitter. You can find me on the Blue Skies, on the Threads, on the Instagram. You know, everywhere except Facebook, just about. Not on Facebook. I refuse it. But anyway,
Yeah.
You can catch me on a bunch of other stuff. I talk about it when I tweet and stuff. The most important one is Blood Tax. You can catch that. We just had our season finale on this past Wednesday, but we have an epilogue episode in which all the characters will be dealing with some stuff from the fallout of this season. So we'll see how that happens. Catch it. It's going to be great. But yeah, that's about it for me.
Blood Tax is on Take Your Rolls YouTube, right?
Yes, indeed. You can catch up on there if you haven't seen both
This
seasons.
last episode is
Very
not
cool.
there because I forgot to pass it over, but it will be there tomorrow.
It will be, and you guys should definitely check it out because that was an excellent climax. That was some good stuff.
He
you
stole
guys
a
were doing.
gun.
Yeah, you stole a gun. It was lots of drama. It was lots of drama going on.
It was a good time.
But yeah, so
Lost a
I
better
definitely, yeah. Anyway, but yes, so it was good. It was a good time. Are you still crowdfunding for your PC?
Yes, a PC, but most important thing is an AC because I'm in a room now because thankfully a family member of mine has graciously let me use their room. But I have to move out to the garage soon because of family coming to stay and all that stuff. So it's hot out there. Gets to 100 degrees every day at least. Most of the time it's at least 103. So I need an AC out there. So if you want to donate to that instead of the PC, that's more important.
That's even better. Yeah. Same place, Throne.
Yeah. So
I'll be putting the link up into chat. So cool.
Thank you.
Very cool. Yeah. We will try to keep you cool.
That's too hot.
Yeah. Yeah. We will try to keep you cool. Cause damn. All right. Fuck. Absolute fuck.
Absolutely.
The biggest of them.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess last but certainly not least, our new regular cast member who we are so happy to have with us, Joel.
Hello, I'm Joel. I use any pronouns. I was playing Balder, who is the incredibly unbothered he/him of the party. Um, you can find me on Take a Roll, which is my baby. I created it with the purpose of helping elevate and give a platform to the voices of marginalized. This weekend ends the casting call, the official casting call for a Rider game. It's like an adventure game for little mice in like a big estate. It's going to be run by Ian Caliente. It's been a wonderful time
Like Mouse
talking to
Guard?
them. Huh?
Like Mouse
What?
Guard?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you think I'm a professional? I don't know what's going on.
I think it's similar.
Okay,
It's
very
like
cool.
it's apparent. It's like a dungeon crawler, but
Cool. Okay.
but you're like a mouse. But it's like
All right.
like hardcore type of thing where like you always have to have like a backup character ready because shit's intense type of thing.
Not mouse guard.
I
Not
don't
Mouse
know.
Guard.
I've never played
Very cool.
either, so.
Yeah.
But it's gonna start airing sometime soon on Monday nights. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Okay. Very
And
cool.
then currently on hiatus, which is a perfect time to catch up, Extel and I are technically our YouTubers because we have a Let's Play channel where we're currently not playing anything because Extel doesn't want to die from overheating.
Yeah.
But it's called the Find Out Squad because
Obviously.
we fuck around a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
We're currently I'm showing Extel my favorite game, which is one of my favorite horror games, which is Metro 2033. And it's also it's so scary that it unbound the escape button, except it only did it if I'm in the actual game, but it works fine in every other instance. Which in 28 years I've never seen that happen before. It's
weird.
such a great time. This is wonderful, and I'm also playing Mass Effect for the first time. It is a lot of fun. And then beyond that, just look. You can look me up and Joel writes JOWOEL writes. I'm supposed to be doing something with a YouTube channel for that, kind of like breaking down storytelling techniques because that's what I do. But I'm also very lazy. That takes a lot of effort. So I'll just follow me on Shitter, and I'll let you know when. Or Blue Skies. I might be there soon if people knew that I existed. But yeah, no, just follow me there, and then I'll talk about it.
Very
sometime.
cool. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Yeah. So catch us next time. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to do all the clicky buttons of the like, subscribe, etc. And we will be back in 2 weeks. Thank you so much. You guys have been an absolute blast, and we'll see you next time.